Are you guys familiar with Kristy and Desmond?
A little bit.
A little bit. Who was that? Trev? A little bit.
I'm
Trevon.
not hip. I'm not hip.
You're not hip to him? I seen some of their videos. I wasn't really kind of keeping up with it until now. And then as I'm starting to watch all these clips and everything that's been going on, I'm like, it's quite interesting. Was anybody a fan? Dope, I know you kind of do couples content. What are you aware of them? Have you like talked about it? Talking about doing something similar? Can't hear you. Oh, he'll be back in.
How about now? I should be better now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw them dudes a little bit. I think people kind of overdid it, but
Can you hear me now?
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. No, they not my type. They wasn't my type of couple. They did like pranks and they was like comedy really. I don't like that type of stuff. I'm more of a like, I see y'all doing real relationship stuff and then I that's the type of love I fuck with.
Okay. I see you smiling over there, Nye. What's going on?
No, I was just reading the comment. They said that there's too many men. Everybody gonna agree at the same time.
I think so. I mean, if some ladies want to come up, who said that, a lady or a man?
They know they know niggas gonna disagree with me. Hank gonna disagree with me about something. He got to.
Bro, we don't need a woman's perspective. It's a panel full of men. Like, her perspective is not even warranted right now. Go do that shit on like red lipstick chat or something.
I see mine trying to be a junior somebody else on these was on the panel today.
That's crazy, bro. Oh my god.
I see what's about to go down now. Don't be the next one, Mike.
See you getting started.
Hey, Mike, we might agree with this one today.
We gonna see.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and let me give an overview. So Kristy Scott, often known online as Kristy, Sarah, and Desmond Scott are well-known social media couples. The Scotts, who built a huge audience posting family lifestyle content, with Desmond frequently positioned as the chef/food content side of the brand. Kristy Scott, influencer/creator with a massive TikTok following, known for family-centered videos and relatable day-to-day content. Desmond, her husband, now estranged, featured heavily in their couple family content, publicly addressed the separation after the filing. What led up to the divorce? This is a little timeline. 2010, they reported started dating. 2014, they married and later had 2 sons. 2024, they publicly celebrated their 10-year anniversary. High visibility. We made it. Moment for fans. Late 2025. Desmond said he initiated a separation and later acknowledged making choices he regretted. This is part of what made the news blow up publicly. December 30th, 2025, Kristy filed for divorce, reported as filed in Texas, and cited allegedly infidelity as the reason. Early January 2026, the filing became widely public. Desmond posted a public message apologizing and asking for privacy, and fans started revisiting Kristy's late December post as possible hints. So that's a brief overview of what's been going on. I haven't found out their ages. I think they said it was like 25. I didn't know they was that young. So they got together 14. I guess it makes sense. Anybody know their ages right off here?
They probably around our age. Well, shit, what I'm talking about. They probably around my age.
Yeah, your age. Let's say, we got some old folks on here. Everybody to get that senior citizen discount. So Kristy Scott is 30 years old and Desmond is 32. So those are their ages. So quite young. I'm gonna go ahead and play this. Kind of give you guys an overview of what the internet has been talking about. Here we go.
Ain't shit funny anymore, Desmond. You probably heard famous TikTok couple Kristy and Desmond Scott are filing for divorce. Well, she has filed, and apparently it's over infidelity, allegedly. One would think that after 15 years together with his childhood sweetheart, who's a gorgeous woman and has 2 kids and a custom-built home and a multi-million-dollar business, would try his best to keep it in his pants so that he can stay afloat with this relationship. But you know what? That's not the case. And this is why I'm always emphasizing to you guys to stop idolizing couples online. I don't care how cute they are. I don't care all the fun pranks they do. I don't care how much he's showing you how generous he is. You do not know what these people are going through behind the scenes. I just told y'all in my most recent video, stop wishing you had what other people have, because you're gonna get exactly what they have. And I promise you, you would not want what she's dealing with right now. I wish Kristy the best, and I applaud her for moving forward with a divorce, because obviously that is not an easy choice to make, especially after you spent your whole life with your partner. And she is still very young. I'm pretty sure she is 30 or 31, so she's fine. She has her 2 kids. She's built her wealth. She has her beautiful new home. Well, we'll see what happens with that, but she will survive this. But yeah, crazy, isn't it? Not really that crazy.
Some of y'all might not like this, but honestly, I'm not shocked about the whole Kristy and Desmond thing, because she was really annoying. Imagine being in your 30s and stumping around your house around your spouse in heels, just making hella noise, just stumping around like a little kid. Imagine that, especially when you just want to have a nice, peaceful, quiet evening and you got your spouse running around clamping heels and just running around like a goddamn maniac. And imagine you trying to cook and then she slams her hand down in the flour and the eggs and make a big mess. See that? I'm surprised he was even able to hide his emotion behind the camera, because that would have really sent me over. I just feel like that man got tired and he just got so annoyed to the point where it's just like he was done. Imagine having to fake through a camera all the time. And that's part of the reason why I don't really like social media.
So Desmond is the one who no longer wanted to be with Kristy and not the other way around. Y'all, I knew the information was going to start coming out, but I did not think it was going to get this muddy this fast. Desmond has posted on his IG story, and he states that he first wants to apologize to Kristy, their kids, family, and anybody that all this public attention is impacting. But he wants to make it clear that he's still going to be a present and active father to their children like he has always been. But it's the third paragraph for me. So he says at the end of December 2025, he told her that he wanted to separate. And at that time, he went and made some decisions that he's not so proud of, and that he took accountability for that. He was responsible. He went to her direct and personal with it. And at that time, they discussed it and decided to divorce. So now I am confused, because you said you don't want to be with her, but the paperwork is saying it's because of infidelity. Y'all, I don't know. But now I'm wondering, is Kristy going to make a statement of her own? And is she going to really put it on the floor? Because is this truly about something that happened after they're separated? Or was something going on before the separation even started?
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity. Here's my theory. Because it's weird. Okay? If you know what I'm talking about, these two are getting a divorce, apparently. And my theory is this. Because apparently he cheated. That was the whole thing. I was kind of holding out. I was like, well, I mean, just because it says infidelity doesn't mean physical. It could be emotional. And then he came out with a statement. It was like, yeah, I fucked somebody else. But here's my theory. My theory is, because I just found out that they were Jehovah's Witnesses. I didn't know that. I had no idea they were Jehovah's Witnesses. And he wasn't a Jehovah's Witness before he met her. So my theory is, maybe he got a little tired of Jehovah's Witnessisms and he wanted out. But from what I'm understanding, you can't just bounce from Jehovah's Witnessisms like that. So he fucked his way out. I don't know. Because it's weird. They were just recording content. So
y'all gonna hate me for this, but I'm not surprised that Desmond cheated on Kristy. Baby, I seen that come up from a mile away. When you are a booked, busy, successful woman at that, and granted, he's successful too. But if you look at the account, she's literally doing all the other work. All of the videos, all of the funny pranks, all the videos that make us laugh. So of course, everyone's going to be in her DMs trying to book her. I remember one day I was scrolling through her account and I was like looking at the videos and I was looking at all these events that she goes to. And then in my head, I'm like, who is filming these videos? Is Desmond even there? Like, he probably out cheating right now. Once you give men a little bit of space, they make a lot of motherfucking space. To the point where it's taking up your space. Now, granted, it's so nice to be in a relationship, but man, is it nice to be single. It is so nice to be single. You can't, I'm telling y'all, y'all think she working now? Maybe after this divorce, she going she going to the motherfucker. She thinks she up now. She thinks she up now. Somebody gonna snatch her up. Somebody, a celebrity, a A-list celebrity might snatch her up. I'm not even like.
All right. We have heard the internet spoke and give their perspectives. What are you guys' thoughts?
For every bad bitch, is a nigga tired of fucking her. That's you can look at his videos and see how annoying she is. Like, and you can look at his face. We all know what that face looked like. That this bitch here she go again. You see it. Like, every one of us up here know what that face looked like and have been seeing it in their videos for the past 2-3 years. Every one of us has. If you go watch her video, you can see that nigga. I just sent you another video where she was in the bus. They was on a bus stop and she was singing, being ratchet and tapping him in his lips and shit, talking about I might not be his piece, but I'm his home. Like, I don't condone cheating, obviously. However, I do understand in this situation, like, you can't leave. There's only one way out. You know, marrying a Jehovah's Witness is like signing a death row. It's hard to get out of there. So he did what he had to do.
I think from my perspective, I think for one, people do have to stop idolizing. People should stop idolizing celebrity couples in an unproductive way or unhealthy way. Not even just celebrity influencer couples, right? Because people get, it was called parasocial. It's a parasocial relationship when people get tied to people they don't know. And it's only like one, you know, like this person has no idea who you are, but you're tied to their relationship. I think that we have no idea who these people are. I think that Kristy could be a fucking bitch behind camera. You know, soon as that like funny shit, like she done doing that crazy shit, she could be a bitch. And we have no idea. Like, it's a lot of actors, like a lot of female actresses who motherfuckers like, yo, she's a bitch, like, to be around, stuff like that. So we never know who people actually are. And I think in situations like this, like for me, I want to learn. Like, I would love to pick his brain, you know, as somebody who's been in a relationship for that long. And since they was 14, they got together. They got 2 kids. They're getting money. Like, I would love to learn what would make you, you know, not want to be with this woman, you know? And I think more people should kind of come to it with that perspective of like I want to learn your perspective. Like, what made you want to go down this route? Like, just ask questions, you know, see people's perspectives. Yeah, like I think we just got to kind of sit back, see what information come out and try to learn and stop, you know, idolizing people's relationships, because a lot of them just show you one side. So
I think just looking at only the information that we have and the things that they have released, I mean, that brother let it be known, you know, he was, you know, really infatuated with her. Like, he really wanted her, like it almost goes back to, I think, like middle school. And he was willing to do what it took to be able to be in her presence. And if you feel like that about a woman, and then all of a sudden you don't want to be around her anymore, you want to leave, the most that I could think is definitely annoyance, especially if she didn't step out on you. And it's like, you probably look at the fact that this has no signs of stopping. It will always be like this. And he probably decided to himself, you know, hey, I don't want to do this. I probably had a different vision coming into this. Didn't know that the social media thing was going to take up so much of the relationship, and it just took a toll on him. And like the bro said, there was no way out except for him to fuck his way out. That's what I think based on the information that they gave us. But of course, more will develop. But just looking at it, if you ain't got a way out and you really want to be done, he has some sacrificial sex, basically.
All right, so check this out. I mean, a lot of those takes are interesting, but I don't want to really invalidate them because we don't have a lot of information. But I gotta have a different perspective on what probably happened. A lot of people did mention that they got together really young, but we don't take into consideration that people can easily grow in different directions. Who you are as a 15-year-old or whatever the hell they were, they're definitely not what they are right now, right? he's became a man, she's became a woman. It could have been just in very different directions. There were some mentions about her being like annoying and all of that, but contrary to popular belief, almost every successful creator, all that stuff is premeditated and fake, rehearsed, several takes. I don't believe any of those pranks or anything. They're almost always fake. So I don't think that that was annoying him as much because that was the bread and butter. Dudes who sacrifice, if she's willing to do it, I'm sure he's willing to do it. Because if that's his way of getting to the money, then he's going to do whatever he can to get at that. Once the cameras go off, I think Mont hit that on the head. She could have been a completely different person. People don't understand how difficult it is just to be married in general. Once you have kids, that's another dynamic that's tough. Now you're trying that work-life balance, and not everybody's built for that because it's hard. Not everyone is built for that. You need a person's full cooperation. Another aspect could be her being a victim of her own success. I've watched plenty of women become very successful, and they handle it a little bit differently than men do. And some of us as men make that mistakes too. Those same mistakes where we'll have that amount of success and you're extremely busy, you got the kids, and you just may not see eye to eye. I know we really love the idea of being married forever to that person, but sometimes it's way more difficult than that. And I'm not one to champion divorce or anything, but if the dysfunction is so great that it destroys the family dynamic, including what the children witness, sometimes you have no choice.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think all y'all got some pretty great points. I haven't been following it that closely, but if I was to guess, I would say what I think happened was when men sacrifice parts of who they are in order to get into a relationship, like taking on a religion or getting with a woman when he's very young that he was infatuated with, he probably made a whole lot of concessions that he was not okay with continuing to make. And as he grew and became more popular, had more money, and one thing you got to understand, if you are seen as a perfect husband and father via social media, you just skyrocketed yourself to the top of the I want this nigga Olympics. Like the women probably was throwing themselves at him in ways he's never experienced before and making that shit extremely problematic for him at home. And one thing about women throwing themselves at you, even if you don't engage with it, what you tend to do is start comparing. Like when she do some annoying shit, you like, I know old girl wouldn't have done that shit. If she start looking away, I know that, Shorty look better when I seen her at the, because they throwing themselves at you is readily available, and you get the bird in the hand, bird in the bush playing. So those two things mixed up with a fight, and now he jump out and see what it's like out there. She find out about it, and she won't let this nigga live it down. Because in her mind, he still is the man that's chasing up after her. You know what I'm saying? He not no prize to her. She's the prize in general in her mind since they first got together. So them dynamics just changed. Like the Trail Point, people grow in different ways, and I've seen that dynamic play out where somebody is not popping in a relationship with a woman. They get popping, and she look at them still kind of like a little boy, or she don't respect them the way the rest of the world respect them, and they got to operate through that dynamic, feeling like they not being treated like the man that they are outside of their house, and it becomes real hard to sustain that relationship. That's just my guess. I have no idea in actuality.
I agree with that. And to both of y'all's points, Trevor and White, I think that oftentimes, especially circumstances like this, you may get with a woman, and like you said, the history goes back with them. He been trying to get at Shorty for a long time and probably finally got her. And you find out, like, man, once you done been with her for some time and you get to know the real her, like, you like, this shit ain't all it was cracked up to what I thought it was going to be. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when you go to a new restaurant or you go try some food for the first time and everybody been talking about it and you go get it. You like, this shit's mid. It's all right. So I think it's that kind of situation, to your point. And then also, too, you grow in love with the idea of what you think something could be. You know, and you get in that circumstance and reality hits. So
Yeah, look, I think, man, the man just got tired of it. He was ready to mature and grow up and do something different. She wasn't willing to make an audible because they make so much money by doing this joking shit. He was just tired of it. He gets old. The shit don't ever cut off. There's no downtime for them. And plus, they don't ever get to spend no time apart to learn how to appreciate each other because they always together all the goddamn time. Look, I love my wife. I really do. But I need some time away from her once in a while. God damn it. Thank God for this game on Sunday. I'm going to get me some time. She's going to learn to appreciate me. She's going to nag me. She's going to call me about 20 times. I'm sure. Probably even doing a goddamn game. Doesn't mean I don't love her. I just need some time. And I just think this is probably the same situation with them. They always together. They always creating content, always trying to make money by doing it. She's always joking all the time. And this dude may not have been like that at first. He just started doing it because she was doing it and seen the money she was making. So why don't I get involved with it too? And we can make more money together as a couple. So he probably did, but now it's to the point like, yeah, this shit's getting old. I'm tired of this shit, man. Can we start doing some more mature shit? We always have to do the prank shit. You know, you in your 30s now. I mean, when do you kind of pivot and do something different? And maybe that's what he want to do. She's not willing to do it because she's been making so much money, still getting bookings, still doing her thing, still making money. But you know, he's not ready to do it no more. So he sought attention from a more mature woman, probably. You know what I'm saying? A woman who's not moving and operating like, and I think somebody said it, I think Marcus said it best, comparing his relationship to other people's. Yeah, that's not good. You don't never do that. But now we got to this situation where now they ready to be done. Now, what Trev may do, do we think this whole divorce thing is a fake? Is it all for a show to try to do something different, to make a pivot? I don't know. But you know, it is what it is.
We're going on a date and the theme is flowers, his and hers, fragrances. The Valentino Beauty Born in Roma, Uomo and Donna. I love this fragrance because it's so feminine. It's giving like jasmine. I'm smelling vanilla. Oh, that's nice. Very warm and spicy.
I'm about to scuff up my floor. Yeah, girl, I'm about to take you out.
Tell me what you think of my final fit.
I think you look like a garden that got burnt, but was beautiful. Does that make sense?
A garden that got burnt?
It's black flowers. I ain't never seen a black flower.
Anyway, we're off to date night. What do you think? I'm trying out some dress options for date night. Babe, you're gonna help me choose which one.
Are they gonna be normal choices?
Yeah, which one do you want to start with?
Why is there rubber?
Alright, we'll start with this one. Okay, this is option number 1.
It's a no. You can't even go sit nowhere like that.
What do you mean, babe? We can stand at the bar. You can sit and I can stand at the bar.
Stand next to you with that on.
Why? You're not proud?
Why would I be?
I'm a showstopper. I already feel like option number 1 is going to be the best, but let's try option number 2, and y'all can let me know what you think. This is option number 2.
You look like a prickly pear.
So it's just the skirt version, which I feel like is a vibe. And I can actually sit in it because we didn't fill it up all the way.
You can sit.
See? And then it's a built-in table.
Why would you want to eat on it?
Why not? We can sit anywhere. Yeah, I love this. I could even get in the car with this.
You're going to need a sprinter thing. I'm about to leave you if you don't put on.
Alright, let me know in the comments which option 1 or option 2.
0.
I had to take the sound out for copyright.
Yeah, after watching that, I really don't believe the content was a problem. To me, that looks like that's they bit. Like he acts like the annoyed husband. Like he's just playing into that. Like you could tell he's not really mad. I don't think that's what bothered him. I really don't. I think the
Yeah.
shit after the camera, off camera, is what really got to him.
Hey, JR, I sent you the video of his response.
Yeah, they had the music playing up in there, but it's the same thing that I played in the beginning. It's just
Him explaining why you got divorced. I mean, why he asked for separation.
Yeah, it had some music playing in there. I can see if I can try to take.
They told us why he in the video.
Yeah, but Trev, this is why I think there was no downtime. It was always content, making content, and trying to make content. There was no, okay, let's have a serious talk. Let's just sit down and chill, not do this dumb shit 24 goddamn 7. Okay, when do we shut this shit down? Do we ever shut it down? And I think that's when I say he's probably annoyed by it. I think he really is and really got tired of it because it seems like there's no downtime for us. And then, them kids, they love that energy that she's bringing because they gonna be just as childish and reckless. So now you got the kids doing this bullshit. Now you got to reel them in, just like you have to reel your wife in. It's asking a lot. And like he's young and he probably doesn't have the patience. Not really. He's just he's being patient enough just to make this money. But when you're doing it like 24 goddamn 7, it's like, man, fuck this, man.
So you think they was doing the same thing off camera, Heat?
Yeah, I don't think it was no downtime for him, dog. I don't.
I think this is also an opportunity like where women kind of can start to ask questions. Because I saw the one woman said during the video, why would he do this? You got a wife, you got this, you got this type of money. It don't make no sense. But it's like, I don't think they understand men. And this is an opportunity for them to at least try. A lot of women try to they think like, oh, when they think like, oh, if I go to school and I get a good degree and I'm like this, then men will want me because I got a good degree and a job. Like they just got this 1 + 1 = 2 thing, where they think, oh, you got a wife and y'all look good on camera. Why would you cheat? You should be you're in a perfect situation, but it's way deeper than that. That 1 + 1 what you think, you think that equals 2, but it don't.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nye.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't have enough data based on what I'm looking at. Shit, wait, who filed for divorce? Did she file or did he file? I know he cheated.
She did.
She's
claiming infidelity.
Okay, I don't really think that's even a good reason to really file for divorce. That's a very weak reason. But
he asked for a separation first, though.
Hold on, what happened? What you say, Naya?
Right, that's what I was trying to get an understanding of.
That's a very weak reason to file for divorce just because somebody have sex with somebody is weak.
No, that's a perfect reason if she's trying to put you through the ringer in court.
Nah, that's not you're not being serious, right? That's
Bro,
not.
Naya is 27 years old.
No, well,
you don't know no better.
I'm being serious. That's a very weak reason to file for divorce just because somebody cheated. At least give them like 3 or 4 chances, not one.
If your wife cheated on you, if your wife cheated on you, you wouldn't file for divorce.
No, that's dumb. That's a weak reason. That's not a very strong reason.
Oh, shit.
That's weak. It's to me.
But
it's weak.
you said 3 or 4, dog. That's a lot of cheating, brother.
At least you gotta give people some chances. Not as soon
don't.
So wait, hold on, wait. So you telling me you have 20 years of commitment, 30 years of commitment, 40 years of commitment. One thing happened, everything go down the drain. That's dumb. That's the dumbest thing. I won't do that.
What? No, being a cuck is the dumbest thing.
So if one thing happened, you're gonna put everything down the drain.
So Naya, what's a good reason?
Some of us aren't cucks, bro. Some of us are not cucks. We're not gonna have other men dominating our woman and then still call them our woman, particularly our wives. That's just not how it goes.
I mean,
so you guys are saying that if the woman does it, it's not okay, but is it okay when men do it?
No, so
I'm not saying it's okay, but it's different.
It's different.
it is different.
Yeah,
However,
different.
for Naya to say that it's not a good reason, I think this is a good reason for man or woman to divorce somebody.
Yeah,
but I'm
if a woman
curious.
does that, I don't feel the way.
It's a weak reason.
I'm curious.
I'm
What is
not,
a
it's
strong
a weak.
Naya? What is a
weak.
strong reason? What's a strong reason to divorce somebody?
A strong reason to divorce somebody would be if they. I will go into the realm of maybe intentionally trying to hurt you intentionally, where maybe they're trying to stab you or something. But if it
Violence.
comes, I can't give a clear reason because I don't have one popping up my head. But I just think
Naya,
I just think
you're
sex is
what
weak.
part of Africa are you from?
Liberia.
In Liberia, do you guys like does the village harm somebody for cheating? Do they like try to kill somebody or something like that? Is that ever been a
No,
thing?
no.
Y'all never tried that. Y'all never. Okay, I didn't know that. Well, that's the different parts of different tribes and stuff. So y'all don't.
What about paternity fraud?
I mean, it always happens. Like, well, what do you mean? Like, this is a natural thing that happens almost anywhere. It's something that always happens. Like
Day of the
you
bathroom.
can't make that shit up.
Hey, yo, ladies.
Wait, what
ladies,
always
go-
happens? What always
Ladies, y'all
happens?
want a nigga
Paternity
to
fraud?
fuck up, do whatever y'all want. Go to Liberia.
My daddy, maybe, mommy, always, whatever. Yeah, that always happens in
No,
different states,
that doesn't. No.
different nations. That's normal.
So wait,
that's not normal.
what
That is
exactly
not
is
normal.
normal? What exactly is normal?
Hey, what's the
That's
definition of normal, real quick?
Like normal is something that been happening for ages to me. Like this isn't something that just randomly started happening. It been a consistent thing throughout time.
Yeah, that's
So
normal and
we're
common
just
aren't the same words.
Work that comment. We're just now pointing out specific situations and making it seem like, oh, you know what? No, this is common thing. We know this is common. This happens. This is a part of life.
You know what? That used to be common. You used to be able to go upside your bitch's head if she got out of pocket. That used to be common. It used to be normal, but not now.
We're not condoning that now.
Normal about a man cheating on a woman.
We're not condoning
that.
that.
Nothing is common about a man cheating on a woman. Just because men have been doing it
common. That's the thing.
at a high rate, it doesn't mean that it's normal. It just doesn't mean that it's not uncommon. Normal is like breathing. Breathing is normal. Being in a relationship and loving and having sex with your partner is normal. But cheating, listen, I'm a guy's guy, but goddamn, cheating is not normal.
Giving patience, giving people time, giving patience, that's not normal. That's foreign to people.
Come
right?
on, nah, don't do that.
No. We speaking about normal. What?
No, we're not speaking about normal.
Patience is waiting on your food to get done.
Should you give your partner grace? Patience,
no, nigga, I'm not giving my partner grace and she cheating. What the fuck is wrong with you? My woman can't even emotionally talk. She can't even have a conversation with another nigga besides me.
No,
you talking about you can let your woman take a mile or two a dick and then be like, you know what, baby, mile 4 is that's when I'm leaving. What the fuck is wrong with you?
See, starts 20, 30, 40, 50 years of marriage go down the drain just like this. All that effort, all that partnership y'all been doing got ripped apart so easily just because of something that
it's not easy. It's not
Can you do
easy.
this with me real quick? Can you just do this with me real quick? I'm surprised
50 years went away into 1 second because I'm macho, my feelings just hurt. Somebody just cheated on me. I'm about to bring on these
years. I'm gonna provide you with a scenario, right? You tell me exactly when you're gonna leave. I'm gonna start giving you scenarios, and you tell me when. At which point do you say I'm out? All right, you listening? All you gotta do is say stop. I'm leaving. All right. Your wife call you a bitch. Then she goes out to the club. She has a drink. Another man buys her a drink. She takes his phone number. She comes home. She calls him. She builds an emotional relationship with him. Then she has sex with that man. You don't know about it. She has sex with him for a year. You find out that she's been having a relationship for 1 year with the man. Y'all been married 25 years, but she's been having all the things. Now you know everything that's been going on. Stop me when you would leave, right? I'm going to keep going. She tells you she won't do it again. Then You find out she's headed to the hotel to go meet up with him again.
You ain't said nothing yet.
No, because I'm not really emotionally attached yet.
Nigga, it's your wife. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
no,
I'm like, bro, he done
that's the
said
thing.
way too much.
I'm not emotionally attached to it. You know, when he gets to a point where it's 2 points where he need to get at. The
Okay.
lying
All right,
and
bro.
also
Well, let me keep going. Let me keep
the
going. I
attacking
was
me.
getting
If
to
he
it.
gets there, then
So
that's
as
when I
long
would
as
say
she's not
stop.
lying, she
Hold
can
on.
take all the
Let me keep
outside
going.
dick she wants to.
Let me keep going. Let me
That's
keep
crazy.
going.
I'm
She already
listening.
lied. She already lied.
She
'cause
already
said she
lied.
wouldn't
She
do it
didn't
No,
tell
again.
you,
she never
goddamn it.
told me shit. She ain't told
She
me
said she
anything.
wasn't gonna do it again, and
That's
she was
called
headed to the
omission,
Went
Naya.
again.
she was
That's
headed
called
to the
omission.
No,
hotel.
I mean, no. What I'm saying, I never found anything. She just she ain't gonna do it again. I'm just blind. I'm clueless and blind. I'm not looking. I don't have the
No, I
energy to
think you're
look.
trying to watch.
All right.
No,
So look,
I'm just observing.
Okay.
Go ahead, keep
look,
No,
she
going.
look. So nice.
you want to
She
watch.
then
You
tells you
you trying to Diddy Cathy that thing.
after
Like
you
you trying
call
to
her
go
cheating.
watch what's going on.
She
Like,
then
yeah,
tells
bro,
you
opportunity.
you wild, bro.
after you catch her cheating, she then tells you she's never gonna do it again, right?
Okay.
So then the next week she goes out. So she's lied, and you're aware that she's lying to meet the guy in the hotel. She starts having sex with him again, right? You're still in a relationship, right? She gets pregnant. You're not sure if the baby is yours, right? You get to the hospital. She gives birth to the baby. You're still with her, right?
I'm still there.
Okay. So the first baby comes out after a very tumultuous scare, and it's your baby. So you thankful that that's your baby. So you stay with her, and she gets pregnant again. But you haven't had sex with her. You haven't had sex with her in 3 months, but she's pregnant again. It's possible that she could have been impregnated by you, but you suspect she's cheating and is pregnant with another man's baby. You still there?
I mean, yeah, because I don't know anything. Yeah.
Brother, you gotta
Okay.
love yourself.
So during this period, she gets hormonal while pregnant and pulls a knife out and tries to stab you.
Okay, now that's where
So you leaving there?
right there is where we start cutting the line. Right
Okay.
there. That's where we start. That's where I start pulling out of things.
Would you ever watch another man fuck your hoe?
I prefer not to. I don't want to. So I prefer not to be in it.
We're good, bro.
But
Hey, listen,
again, this is the thing. I don't know.
you said it
This is
all
the
right
thing.
there, big dog.
You know,
said
this
it
is the
all.
thing. I don't know.
I
I
would
don't.
prefer not to.
No, hear me out. This is the thing.
This
I don't
sounds
know.
like what we heard last Tuesday.
Yeah, this is the thing. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Damn.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know, so I'm not gonna like for all I know, she could be, oh man, you the only one. I only love you, etc. Blah blah blah, and go see somebody else. I don't know, so I don't trust all that blah 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 blah. I just leave it right where it's at.
So
I prefer
you would prefer not to, but you know, in certain situations, you could see yourself watching your girl take vicious back shots from a basketball team of niggas.
No, not really, because I'm clueless. I have no clue if she is or not.
No, nigga, you are in
Hey,
the
brother, hey, words matter,
Do I
man.
want
You
to? No,
said
that's what I'm
not
saying. I
really, and
prefer
I
to
don't
be
know.
clueless.
Hold on, Naya. I just want to say
be
that.
clueless.
Naya, I just want to say that I really respect that you. I really respect that you being honest and you like you don't give a fuck what we talking about. You like, yo, I'm not. Yeah, no, like I respect that. But this is my question for you, right?
I'm not trolling.
No, this is my question for you. Do you feel like, because I don't know, do you feel like your answers in do you feel like in your opinion that reflects that of the Liberian men? Do you think that most of Liberian men would agree with you? Is it like a cultural thing?
No, because they're mostly emotionally attached to the situation, and I'm not.
Okay, cool.
It's people are very emotionally attached, and when you're emotionally attached, you tend to do and act in ways where
When you say emotionally attached, are you talking about to the woman or
to the woman or to whatever the situation
You
is.
wouldn't be emotionally attached to a woman you married to for 25 years?
I'm doing a duty to God. I'm not emotionally attached to the situation or I'm doing I have a job on this planet. If I am married, it's a duty. I have a duty to do.
Hey,
I'm
the hoes
serving
in the
God.
chat finna love you.
Huh?
So wait a minute. So the problem with that is if you're not emotionally attached, then what's the big deal about leaving? If that's the case, right? If you have no emotional attachment, then why do you care about leaving a situation that you're not emotionally attached to?
No, see, this is the thing here. Well, I mean, let me just answer that specific one. If I'm not emotionally attached, I mean, why would I leave? I'll just be there. Like the only time, let's say for some minor thing, I might be like, I'm about to go outside, I'm about to step out for a little bit. But if we have like a wife, like a marriage contract, that's deep, that's big to me. That's big. I don't know about anybody else. That's big. That's a big commitment. Blah blah blah. So I might be like, I'm about to step out. This ain't, I need to relax. I might even snap while I'm doing it. I'll go out. But I won't just be like, what, I'm about to just divorce. I don't think that's equal the term divorce. So eventually I could stay out maybe a week or two. We could talk, whatever, whatever, try to fix situations. But I won't just say, I'm about to go, my feelings is hurt. I'm about to go to the courthouse and go file for paperwork because she went and go did it with some other dude.
So what are
Well, it's
your
not necessarily about being. It's not about your feelings. It's about being violated and not tolerating bullshit, right? That it's the principle of it. It's not about your feelings. Because I mean, even though, I mean, if you're married to somebody for that long, I would find it hard to believe you
20
wouldn't
years, 30
catch
years?
any type of feeling, right? To say that your feelings wouldn't be hurt unless you have sociopathic tendencies. But bigger than all of that, it's the principle. It's just because we're like, no, you can't do this to me. Like I've held my part of the bargain and you've betrayed me and you don't deserve to carry my last name anymore.
Yeah, I mean, how you're stating it is still in the realm of your hurt. You're hurt. Thus, it goes back to directly to feeling. Me, if something like that happened, I'm asking you, what is it that you want to do? The ball is in your
So
court.
wait,
If you
real
saying,
quick.
yeah, what do you
If
like? You did it.
is
What do you want to do? The ball in your court. If you're stating that you want to end things, ball is in your court. Me, when I came into this situation, I'm not coming in and saying, "Oh man, I'm in love." No, I'm coming in because I'm coming in with I have terms. Make sure those things are met.
you don't got
I
terms?
have no, I have terms
I
like
know.
make sure the house is clean, whatever, whatever, whatever. Make sure certain things is met. Like I'm not into that all emotional thing where I'm all into love. I'm not into those type of things.
Nia,
I'm
if
not,
she wasn't cleaning the
and
house, would you leave?
what you say?
If she wasn't cleaning the house or cooking, would you leave?
Not I'm a first thing I'm gonna do is talk to her if we still refusing and she start going to like the attacking phase or anything. That's where my exits start coming into place. The attacking
That's
phase.
not a
no, no, no,
So
no, no,
her
no,
not
no,
hold on,
no,
hold on, I got
no.
this. So
Stay
her
on
not
that. Stay
cooking or
on that.
cleaning would be worse to you than her giving somebody else some head.
Is cooking and cleaning gonna be worse than giving somebody some
Like so
head?
her not cooking and cleaning would be worse to you than give because I gave you a long scenario of her having sexual
No, no,
escapades
but see,
with
that's the
other people.
thing.
But when
This
we
the
talked
thing.
about cooking and cleaning, you kind of was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to start figuring my exit out. So that's why I'm asking, is the do you back like you
When
see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. When the womanly part of based on the contract, when the contract of what she's supposed to be doing, what I'm supposed to be doing, when she is not upholding her part of the contract based on the household's requirement, yes, that will be when I will exit. The only thing here is the other part of it is human errors. Human beings make mistakes. Y'all looking at it as if human beings don't make no mistakes. I'm looking at it as we make a lot of mistakes. I make mistakes. I make a lot of them. So me putting fault onto a lady because she made a mistake, or if she did it multiple times, okay, cool. I know my position. I stay in my square. I'm just waiting until we figure out what's gonna be happening from after you make all those mistakes. Are you gonna eventually try to develop, become a better woman, or are you gonna continue going into a darker state of mind? That's up to you. It's not really hurting me in the long term because eventually when it passes a certain position or when it passes a certain place, yeah, it's now time for me to exit or maybe not divorce, but leave the house and go live somewhere else. And then we could communicate like that. Makes that easy.
That's what we're trying to lock down, brother. What is the particular
Like, what is your
place?
line? Like,
What? Yeah. What is the line where you leaving?
it's like, let me ask you a
When it
question. If you
when
saw,
Hold
if
on,
you
you
found
gotta
out
when
that
it
say
he
come
this.
had fucked
to
your girl, what
when it
would you
come
do?
to attacking,
It sounds like the only thing that's gonna make
violence.
him leave is if she threatening his life.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
When it
I
comes
mean,
to that,
if she fucking somebody else, she threatened his life. These niggas out here burning.
Well, maybe she's strapping up.
no, but
Maybe
see,
But
as he
Bro,
does
these
things, I won't know.
niggas,
I'm cool with.
good and goddamn well these women ain't
he
strapping
said
up
when
for no
she,
fucking body.
but he
A
said
girl
when
can't
she,
go out here and be taking outside dick with condoms because she's gonna take 2 or 3 days to detoxify her coochie from that condom smell, and she got to come back home that night. She
Nah,
not
not with
these
Naya.
bitches ain't putting no fucking rubbers on out here taking this outside dick, bro.
Nah, not with Naya. She gonna put the condom on. She
And
gonna
you
make
know
sure.
Naya ain't never used a condom in his life unless it's goat skin. Like y'all niggas is tripping, bro. Like
Oh
y'all
my
wild.
God.
This is my question. This is my question for you, Naya. Right? Because I wanna understand. Right? So what is all of this for you? Like, what is life for? What are you doing this for? Like, why are you getting married? Like, what do you find? What do you get attached to? Your kids, like things. Do you have hobbies? Like, why are you living life?
Damn, that's a deep ass question. I mean,
I want to
see,
be
I
a cook in
think,
front of God.
yeah, I think, I think I have my own personal purpose that I'm trying to meet up. You know, right now I'm not really doing a great job at doing this. So I won't say that part, but in the marriage part is mostly to uphold tradition that been going throughout ancient time, which is just making sure you bring the next generation here and give them the opportunity to also live. It could also be our ancestors coming back, just like how my mothers and their mothers, they work hard. You know, they might even went through so many chaos throughout their time, and then finally I was given birth to. You know, so me being here is I'm real grateful, and it'll be kind of a disrespect to me to not repeat that cycle and bring the next generation here, raise them up right, so they could at least compete in this type of in this world that we're in, and also hopefully I'll tell them also make sure you find a suitable partner, and so you could bring the next generation because that might be me one day that come back.
Yeah. So I guess
That
my thing
might
is
be me.
like it's not very human like to not be attached to something, to not like after being with somebody for 20 years, to not develop a sort of love, that makes you a little bit to some degree possessive, even if it's like not a lot, it's barely any. Like a lot of people get attached to their identity, or people love their kids, or I'm just trying to, because like you just want to have kids so that your kids can grow up, work, and have kids, but like what are they going to do it for? Like, is
I
anybody
mean,
trying to be happy,
I
content?
mean, see. I mean, I'm one individual, and when the kids come, they might be kids that fall for somebody. You never know. Like they will find their own purpose in life. They might find their purpose in maybe a lady. I'll try to caution them out of that because you find your purpose within inside of you. If it's with a lady, if that lady break up with you, your whole world might collapse on this stuff. So I would try to caution them about it. But they would be their own living sentient being. I don't know how else to say. I can't really talk
Yeah.
for them. I
What
just
can
could
make you
give the
sad?
wisdom.
What can make
Huh?
you sad right now?
All right, that's the last question, Mo.
My
If you
bad,
want.
my bad, my bad.
Oh shoot! Not being successful and taking care of my families. Not upholding my part of the deal. Not making sure I'm where I want to be. Yes, I'll be sad about that. Especially my mom and dad. I want to make sure they're good. They did their thing. I'm alive. They did their best. I want to make sure they're good. So I will be sad about that. I am attached to that. I'm working as hard as I can. I got these damn bills are killing me though. But I'm working as hard as I can.
Got you.
All right, I did want to bring up this whole Texas law because it was, from what I heard, there's a possibility that her putting infidelity in there was strategic because of the Texas law. So in Texas, putting infidelity, adultery, and a divorce petition mainly does two things. Makes the case a fault-based divorce option, and it can be used to argue for a lopsided asset split and if money was spent on the affair. It does not automatically mean the cheater loses everything. What Texas law says about adultery and a divorce filing, the Texas Family Code is very short. The court may grant a divorce in favor of one spouse if the other one spouse committed adultery. So you can plead it as a ground, but you generally have to prove it if you want it to matter in the court. What happens to the assets in Texas if adultery is alleged or proven? Texas is a community property state, but the court does not have to go 50-50. The rule is the judge must divide the parties' estate in a way that is just and right. Because it's just and right, not equal, fault in a breakup, including adultery, can be one of the factors that pushes the court toward a disproportionate division, depending on the facts. The biggest money issue, waste, fraud on the community. If the cheating spouse used community money to fund the affair, trips, gifts, rent, cash transfer, etc., Texas courts can treat it that as a waste/fraud on the community type claim, meaning the other spouse can ask the court to reimburse the community estate or award them more to make it up for it. So it doesn't automatically change ownership. You still have to sort it out. What's community versus separate property and prove any misconduct. It doesn't guarantee cheater penalty, but it gives her a shot.
Yeah, it gives her a leg up. It's not. She's the plaintiff as well. So I was saying that a little earlier because that's why I think she went in that route.
And what you read is not wrong. That's exactly how it goes in Texas. If you say that the reason for the irreconcilable differences, we just fucking don't want to. But if you go in there and file, and say adultery, it does help the plaintiff because then, like you said, you can go say, hey, she was spending money on this nigga that this outside dick she was fucking with. Even though that like Nia said he'll watch. Even though I was watching, she still spent money on the nigga. So I want to get that money recoup back. I want to take, I want to recoup the money she spent on the abortions and Plan B she had to spend, all of that type of shit. So it's just not wrong, and it's a great strategy for whoever's filing to put in place. The problem is it's really difficult to prove that you had the adultery has occurred. Because adultery, as far as the legal system goes, it's not just going to be, him talking to bitches or whatever. You got to prove there is a sexual and physical relationship going on between them, and that's very difficult to prove outside of physical information, or having the woman he was fucking, come be like, yeah, sworn statement, deposition, I've been fucking him for this long, and and she cooperates. Then it's easy, but outside of that, it's always hearsay.
Trev,
go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask you because you brought up something earlier as far as the age that they got married. And it kind of makes me think about the discussions that we often have as far as women should get married younger, is what I hear generally. Not everybody agree with it, but I hear it a lot. So what should women do when it comes to marriage if they have to grow and find themselves and learn about themselves? And it can't happen for the man, but what are your views on that? And this is open to the panel as well, as far as what.
Yeah. So with that right there, this is what I always say, which is kind of a different opinion than what most people say, particularly red pillars. I always say there's a Goldilocks age, right? Because that's statistically proven to yield the best results, and that's like late 20s to very early 30s. That's the Goldilocks zone, where if you marry someone within that age, which is right about their age right now, they probably never would have married each other, right? If they would have met right now, they'd have been cool, probably would have smashed, and then been like, all right, and went on to somebody more suitable. And those actually yield the best results. And that's the only reason why I say that's the best age to go, just by the data. Is data driven. So and it doesn't mean that it doesn't work other ways, but there has to be, if you don't have the guidance from your parents, somebody who's really guided, really taught what it is and the importance of family early, then of course you can get married as early as you want, right? You can probably get married at 20, no problem. But if that's not what kind of a household you grow up in, which is most of us, we weren't taught how to be in a relationship, and particularly women are not taught what to do for women. They're told what to not tolerate or whatever. So if you don't know that much about a relationship, then you probably do have to go ahead, find yourself. You might want to have some experience. It doesn't mean smash a bunch of dudes. That's the worst thing you can do, but you probably should date. You probably should have boyfriends, whatever. And if they're not really trying to wait for marriage, then that's on them. Because what I do tell women is that men won't really wait to smash unless you're a virgin. If you're a virgin, a dude will not have a problem waiting for you if he's really interested in you.
I, for me personally, I agree with a lot of what Trev just said. First-hand experience for me. I got married real young. Um, also had my son young as well, but he's absolutely right, man. When you get married like 23, 24, 25, like you definitely the village. Like you need, your parents, maybe not parents to tell all your business, but you need some sort of guidance in that marriage to keep y'all, focused, to keep everything leveled. Um, you need people to continue to pour knowledge and wisdom into y'all when it comes to marriage. Cause y'all are still young, y'all figuring out stuff. Hell, y'all ain't even figured out yourselves all the way. So you need assistance from people that have been there and done that, and preferably people that set a good example for that, not just anybody. But you definitely need that kind of help. I mean, hell, I needed that kind of help when I was that young and got married. So I agree with that. I was a proponent of saying I think people should get married real young, but at the same time, I'm not against it. I just think that there should be some a village provided with that.
I think women should get married young to older men that are established, because the man that can protect and provide for her, and then help her with whatever choice she's made. Because women have to make a choice early: do they want to be wives or they want to be traditional women? Like the whole going to college, getting a degree, being independent part. So they have to make that decision early in life. So when they're making that decision, it's either do you want to be a wife? I mean, I ain't gonna say be a hoe, but you know how college women tend to be. Like you got to make that decision so early. They need to find men they can date if they do want to be wives. If the men they can date aren't going to be their age. An 18, 19-year-old man has no business but getting married. He has no business having children, has no business being in a relationship when he can't protect and provide him for himself, let alone his woman and the family they're going to create from all that reckless fucking that poor people do. So I don't have I would hope that, like my daughter, I would want her to marry someone older than her, given the fact that, if she decides she wants to be a wife and she doesn't want to be for the streets, then I want her to get married as soon as possible, to find a guy who's older than her and is established, that can protect, provide, and love her. Now, if she decides she wants to be one of these, she man niggas, then she just goes to college, get a degree, and makes her own money, and then take what she can get when she's 30.
Yeah, I agree.
Would you want your daughter going to college, or would you tell her not
So
to
that's
go?
the thing. I don't see. There's no value in 90% of degrees in college. So I would, if she was going to school to be a lawyer, a doctor, a surgeon, one of those professions that matters, but to go get a general arts degree or this artsy fartsy bullshit, like, and she want to spend $250,000 of my money to go be a fucking English teacher at the end of the day. Fuck no. It's a waste of time. All she's doing is going to school to party for 4 years, and we know what women who party in college do. I don't want that for my daughter.
Do some of you guys think about, because I know Trev was saying he had to learn himself. Would you say that that's an excuse that a lot of people use? Because do you ever truly learn yourself?
Yeah, you learn yourself by growing older in life. I think the only excuse that people use is like women say, well, I was a hoe because I was in college. Men, that shit doesn't apply to us, because men can't be hoes unless they've earned it. Like, and we can't be hoes generally speaking, but if you want to make it equal, go body for body. Guys can't do that unless they have the status and earn those things to be able to go get the type of sexual access. Women are given at birth. So when a woman goes to college and says, well, I had a couple trains around on me, but it was in college, like that absolves her of her wholeness. It doesn't. But then if a guy was like, yeah, I went to college and I had 4, 5, 6 threesomes while I was in college, there's a different weight that carries for him. So it'll be an excuse for women, but not for men.
That's why I say I encourage that early with guidance, because what usually happens is the things that you can find to be an excuse now and say, oh well, I was young then, or I'm young right now, we don't know. Like when you break up, when you get past your first marriage, just say y'all divorced, and some time goes by and you meet somebody else, that's the type of shit that you failed at back then is the type of stuff that you're gonna reflect on when you get older a little bit. And you're gonna think about that and say, okay, well, this is what I used to do, this is what I am now, this is how I grew. And so I think right then and there, when you're young, if you got the right people around you to tell you, like, hey, man, you got to do better with this. You got to step it up here. You got to consider this. You know, all those kind of things. They can correct that shit right then and there while they're young. You know, if you're not dealing with two boneheaded people. You know what I'm saying? And if you boneheaded, you shouldn't be in a relationship no way, let alone marriage.
Somebody else was trying to
Yeah,
say something earlier. Who was that?
yeah. I could go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think, to be honest, from my cultural side, the parents should pick, or the guy should go to the parents if you're trying to actually get their daughter. Bring something, go to the parents, meet the brothers, so we could filter this individual out to make sure this individual is authentic. And then once we figure out this individual is authentic, then the daughter, if the daughter say yes, that's who they want, yes, they like him, blah blah blah, whatever, whatever, they go together. The marriage happen. And I do believe in young marriage, honestly. I believe in it because it's pure. It's the purest form of that's where love really exists. At a certain, as you start reaching a certain age, you, as men, we start being tainted. We start seeing life for what it really is. But when like 20, maybe 22, 24, you're truly in love. Like, that's actually genuine love. You really love the woman and the woman really love you. And as long as you have a strong foundation, if you're that young, getting married, because there'll be a lot of outside thing that's trying to crash it. As long as you have a strong foundation around you, like your grandmoms who knows structure, your father who knows structure. So if anything happen, if you and that man start arguing, and then all this young couple marriage bullcrap, you start arguing, go to your dad, let him talk to you, let him give you some wisdom, some understanding. So just be patient with the man. He might be going through something. You never know, my child. Or go to your grandma. Your grandma might tell you some wisdom. As this is for the daughter, might tell you some wisdom where, you know what, come back home. I won't be so mad. I'm not gonna be so upset, etc. And eventually, just say sorry, or just ask him how's your day going, etc. Until they make up and whatever bullcrap that happened. So I
Hey,
do believe in young marriage. I really do. I think it's the genuine one, is pure, and it's pure. I do believe in that.
point of clarification, like Mont likes to say, when you say you believe in young marriage, are you talking about like Liberia young marriage or American young marriage?
Just young marriage in general.
Like,
Because,
give me an age. I'm sorry, just put a number, a number on it.
well, I'll just say like 20. If there's two
Okay,
people
cool.
that marry at 20, not I'm not talking about 15, 15. I'm talking about like 20, 20, 22, 23. Because I think they are at their purest. Like, nothing had tainted them. It's just, the world didn't taint them. Another lady didn't taint them. They pure. That's what I
No.
mean.
Yeah. Now, you said that you believe in it, but I thought you looked at marriage as a duty. I thought you didn't put love in there. I thought love wasn't
Because
really a concern.
that's a good question, because I got tainted. That's why.
Now, real quick,
That was
if you
diabolical. That laugh and then that serious
Go
face.
ahead, Mont.
if
Go ahead,
if
Mont.
you
Go
if
ahead.
you don't if if you don't really care
Uh,
about a woman who cheats and
Yeah,
all
that
that,
that shit was
what's the big
crazy.
deal about the virgin and like a woman who? Why not just take any woman who has bodies and all that type of stuff? Why do you need why do you need her to be pure?
no, I never said anything about me taking any virgin. I'm taking any woman who is persistent, who is consistent around me. It's not, it
I
has nothing
think
to
when
do
he
with
said
virgin.
pure, he wasn't
When you
talking
say
about
I'm talking
sex
about,
necessarily.
yeah, I'm talking about young marriage. Their heart is at a pure state. Nothing had tainted it.
But
Nothing
they
had
can vote.
tainted the woman. Nothing had tainted the young man.
Oh,
Okay, but what if she had
But
sex with a couple guys? Is that okay though?
At a young age.
Yeah, like let's say she just went and got a couple bodies real quick.
I mean,
Three.
if it's my daughter, three failed boyfriend and girlfriend
No, 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 no,
situations.
no, no. Three bodies, not failed relationships. Three bodies, real quick.
But how would I know that though?
She told you. She's
Ma,
honest.
hold
She
on,
never
hold on,
did.
hold on.
Am I the
How,
dad or am I the boyfriend?
how are
Like
you
what
not?
position am I playing in this scenario? Like what position am I playing? Am I
We
the
gotta
the
do a,
boyfriend or am I
had to
the
do a
dad?
whole show and
Go
just
from
had
the boyfriend's perspective and then go from the dad's perspective. Be boyfriend first.
If it's a boyfriend perspective, if I really like her, I wouldn't
Yeah, you
care.
Naya, you 18 years old, 17 years
Yeah, if
old.
I really like her, I think she's super pretty. I wouldn't care. I'll just knock it off in my delusional mind at, maybe it's just three guys that she was maybe talking to and that they didn't do right. Well, I'm gonna do better. That stupid mindset, that childish mindset. So I wouldn't care. If it's the father, that's my daughter. You made mistakes. You made mistakes. You just next time, just think before you actually make these stupid
Yeah.
mistakes. But don't
You
worry
know,
about it. It's a mistake you made.
one thing you do is you do say decisions are mistakes, and those are different things. Decisions versus mistakes. A
Yeah,
poor
I mean,
decision doesn't necessarily a mistake. It's just a poor decision.
yeah, but if you come here and try to reflect and actually tell me about it instead of just keeping it to yourself, and if it was just well, I'm just trying to fuck this person. Okay, cool. Keep it to yourself. You don't got to come and talk to me about it. You come to talk to me about it because maybe you feel some type of concern about it. You want to get it off your chest. Why are you trying to get it off your chest? What's the point? If you choose to, this is my decision. Keep it. Keep it to yourself. Keep walking in life.
It's a poor decision though.
That so I've heard you speak about foundation and things of that nature. What kind of foundation does that lay if it is okay just to keep things in the dark?
No, but see, that's the thing. Most things always come out if somebody truly, how would I say it? Wait, is this about me or is this about the topic? I
I
feel
mean,
like I'm being interrogated right now.
no, you
No,
chose to
wait.
keep.
So wait.
You chose to keep
You
answering these goddamn questions. You should have said, "Man, don't let's get back to the topic."
you
But you
put it
keep
in there.
answering them.
So if you don't want to answer, that's no problem. We can keep on
No,
going.
hold
That's
on. Okay, fine. Repeat your question again. Sorry.
This is
so.
the last question, man. We're gonna get back to it.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
Never mind. No, we
Okay.
can go ahead. We can go
All
ahead.
right.
all right. I'm gonna go ahead and run this clip. We got super chat came through. OG, JP, $10. When you young and get married, people your age around you look like living a life of vacation. The pressure could be so heavy to make you think you're missing something very important to have guidance. Thank you, OG. Appreciate that. We're going to run this clip, man. This lady has something interesting to say, and I'm curious about you guys' thoughts.
Retriever is still a dog. Listen, I'm going to say the uncomfortable part that a lot of you and probably even Kristy doesn't want to hear. But I'm going to say it anyway because you need to hear it. Kristy can easily divorce Desmond tomorrow and she's going to be fine. She's going to get snatched up by another man real quick, okay? She's gorgeous. She's smart. She has a great personality. She's going to find another man, maybe even another man that's better than Desmond. Some actor or athlete or singer or rapper, somebody is going to snatch up Kristy. Maybe even a white billionaire. But here's the uncomfortable truth. He's going to cheat on her too. Years ago, one of my guy friends told me, and at the time I didn't want to believe him because I was such a lover girl, okay? I believed in the fairy tales. I believed in the happy endings. I didn't want to believe what this man was telling me, but he told me something. And honestly, he's been proven right as I go through life over and over and over again throughout the years. He hasn't been proven wrong about this one thing that he told me when I was in my mid to late 20s. He said to me, Portia, every man will cheat at some point in their life. We're going to cheat. The only thing that's going to make us not cheat is if we cheat and lose everything as a result of our cheating. By lose everything, he was referring to not just his wife, not just his kids, not just his home, but maybe even his job. If his cheating resulted in him losing his job, if his cheating resulted in him possibly losing his freedom and going to jail because something horrific happened, he's referring to stuff like that. You lose everything because of your cheating. He said that's the only thing that's going to make a man think twice about cheating. It doesn't matter how happy they are. It doesn't matter how much you sacrifice for them. It doesn't matter how much of a good woman you are. It doesn't matter how long you two have been together. He's going to cheat no matter what. My guy friend told me the only way that a man is going to not cheat is if he loses everything he loves as a result of it, and then he has something to look back on the next time he goes to cheat, and he's like, ugh, the last time I did this, I lost everything I love because of it. He has an actual action, an actual consequence to refer back to. And it happened to him personally. It can't be, oh, I saw it happen to my uncle, or I saw it happen to my dad, or I saw it happen to my brother. It can't be that. It has to actually happen to that man. And then he has something to refer back to. That's the only way.
Bruh, she talked to one nigga that's trying to fuck her.
That's exactly
he gave
what
her
I said
that
in the comments.
stupid ass take. And now, like, this is like
For the
sometimes,
most,
man, I think that when we have these platforms, we just get out here and just start saying the dumbest shit in the world. Like, the only way you can get somebody to not cheat on you is to be worth not being fucking cheated on. And that's a dynamic fucking task. It changes day to day, week to week, month to month, period to period, fucking moment of prosperity, moment in time, like to another. There's nothing that you can do to stop somebody from cheating on you when they want to. Like, women are hypergamous, niggas are opportunists. If a nigga gets a chance to crack a bitch that he's been trying to crack for years, and it finally comes up, and the fact that he's married is likely not going to stop him unless he's just a guy that thinks his woman is worth not cheating on. Same thing for a woman. A woman is not going to cheat on a nigga that she actually values because she knows that she's not going to be able to retain that man if she gets caught cheating, especially if the man that she wants to cheat with isn't as good as her man. But she talking about, well, the only man that's going to take her. Again, she's saying you're going to get snatched up. These niggas are not fixing to marry her. She's an attractive mother of two that does Instagram. Like, niggas is not trying to come home to that shit every day. Like, what white billionaire you know gonna deal with that shit? The only person we know married a white billionaire that's successful was Eve and fucking Serena Williams. And neither one of them women were remotely the same as they were before they got with that white dude, because they got with them white billionaires and got on a program. If she did that, like, he gonna have her doing that shit like in a small shed on their compound, and he wants to review and probably edit all the footage before it go out. So, like, these women make these talking points as if these women have so many options because they idolize these women, and they don't. They got options for dick. The odds of her getting a second, top tier nigga, they make money. So we'll say a 1% guy is just mathematically improbable.
that's the thing, Willie. We talk about probability all the time. Ladies, especially ladies like that one in that clip, talk about massive possibilities. Like, it's things that are very unlikely to happen. Nobody's going to sit up there and, like you said, wants to come home to somebody with 2 kids that they didn't make. And they also got to deal with your particular antics all the time. That means they might have to be on display themselves. So now I got to be on display being second fiddle to the man that you already had with his saved video games. And most people, especially men of status, men of means, are not going to deal with that. And what I would challenge anybody to showcase is a woman that, or multiple women that have been able to do that. We've seen multiple beautiful women in this lady's same position, even without children, decide that they don't want to be with men of means that were top tier dudes, leave them and not be able to get anybody else, even if they are beautiful. So they could be beautiful with no children. Nobody wants to be with somebody that is essentially, their history is too used up in a sense.
And her history is gonna be running around the house, tearing up shit and talking back and telling a billionaire nigga, "You not my daddy." That's what her history is gonna do. Like, if you look, Mackenzie Bezos divorced Jeff Bezos and got with a fucking school teacher. And you saw how long that lasted.
Like, they broke up?
I think they made 3 years. I could be wrong. Just Google it. Like,
And
it's
niggas
like
is not gonna tolerate.
What's that story? You fly too close to the sun. Women don't get to fly that close to the sun and saying without the wax in their wings melting. Like, if you get the odds of you getting a second top tier nigga, unless you like one of these, celebrity women with no kids is just out here free doing, whatever she wants. It's not probable. Anything is possible. You can get struck by lightning 15 times. It's possible, but the probability of that is slim. She got a better chance winning the lottery or just trying to reconcile with this nigga. Because if you willing to work with anybody, like when women say, well, we've been together for 12 years fighting on and off, whatever, I understand sometimes because they got family, they got kids, they got a reason to stay. But if you want to start over, what's the twin Tia to whatever? She thought she was gonna go out there and be able to be like, oh yeah, I'm still it. You know, I'm 50 years old. I'm still popular from Tia and Tamara. All these niggas want me, and look what she's doing now. Trying to circle the block and come back to the one man that been with her since she been anything special, the father of her kids. This is gonna be the same thing. I don't see this happening any different for her.
But even look at what's the girl that's been with Diddy and her son and
Cassie?
No.
Oh, my bad.
No, Steve.
Kim Porter? Oh no,
Kim Porter.
Cardi B. You know, the situation with Cardi B is similar.
Well, yeah,
No,
yeah.
but Cardi
that
B,
is-
hold on.
And but she's not going to be able to rebound. Well, I think we discussed that previously on a different show. Everybody thought that she was going to be up. She's not up. The young lady that was just in the movie with Leo DiCaprio, she got a dude. That's gone. That's over. You know what I'm saying? It was a year subscription. Now that's a wrap. You could even look at the young lady that don't have no kids. Steve Harvey, stepdaughter.
Lori Harvey.
Lori.
Yeah, that's the 2025 Benz with 18 previous owners. That shit is wild.
So they always think that there's a possibility that there's going to be similar men that were in their past that will go ahead and pick up that game and start to play it again. But then what they don't actually understand is a man has to accept the fact that he's going to be subconsciously disrespected by doing that to himself.
Women get stuck on their highest setting. Like, so whatever the most prestige and status, like whatever dick they rode the longest, they had the most name, most clout, that's what they feel like they deserve. So, but the problem is a man will fuck, you know what I'm saying? We fuck down. We don't fuck up. We end up having to fuck down. So, you know, it's a nigga who's a 10 on the spectrum, but he gonna fuck these 4 and 5 bitches in the chat because their vaginas are there and they're accessible. But they're not marrying these women. You got to judge the men by the women they date and try to make like a long-term commitment to. And you have to judge women by the men they fuck, because women will they'll settle to get married to a nigga who just provide, you know, and they'll settle for him because he's safe. But with men, we don't settle for women as wives. We choose women and we'll marry the good ones. You know what I'm saying? We'll marry the ones that make us feel good, give us peace, but we're going to fuck bad bitches because it's in our nature.
I don't know if we being accurate here. And the only reason I say that is because I can think of some examples of women of that stature who do rebound. They just end up fucking it up. Like, for example, like let's take Megan Thee Stallion, right? Who she was with Party. Party got it going on. You know, he got some bread to him. You know, he in the business. She left Party. Now she with what's his name? Klay Thompson. Now she can fuck it up if she want to. Which a lot of them probably gonna end up fucking it up. But you know, we look at
You think that's going?
She was with Torrey Craig before him.
I don't know, but
Tory
she got the
Lanez.
opportunity to ball in her court. She just might be a dweeb, so you're gonna see what happens. But
To me, that looks like a possibility, not the.
She trying to get her Sierra moment. Sierra got Rush. She went and got Clay.
And and even then, Sierra is in a little bit of a different class. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, she's in a different class. But I do think that women of a certain
I don't know,
stature,
Willie.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I
Come
think,
on.
I don't know, bro.
yeah,
I
no,
don't
When you say different class, what do you mean?
I mean, from what they
Sierra's
present. What they present. Sierra's going to present as, you know, the good girl. Obviously, she's going to have, you know, tendencies, a bit of a past, but it will pale in comparison to Meg's.
yeah.
Are you serious? So I understand where you're coming from, but like you maybe because I'm just older, but you know when Sierra was young,
she was doing a thing. Yeah, she was doing a
let's
thing.
say like an artist got a discography. Well, you can see her dickography too, and
Nah,
I
Willie.
don't think that Megan's is much longer, if at all.
Well, it's what we obviously know when I say what is presented. We know that there's a level of vulgarity that is completely different, right? So you don't expect, you know, certain things. So it's easier for us to see Sierra make that shift to Russ than for us to see Meg make that shift to Clay.
Hold on. I'm not gonna let y'all do that with on the Sierra thing. Y'all gotta bring the facts with this one because I think Sierra's relatively a good girl. So we comparing her to Meg. Like y'all gotta tell me this. Like we gotta.
I wouldn't compare to Meg. I say a better example is Lori Harvey, except she was actually having kids by niggas.
But I think Lori Harvey is not even on the same class as Sierra. Like Sierra had like little boyfriends when she like Bow Wow. Like there was young love, like teenage love and stuff like that. I don't think it's confirmed that she ever been with 50 Cent. I don't think she said it. I don't think he said it. And I think it's denied, but like certain like Future really the only bad situation that she got. And she's the only woman he ever got engaged to and was like, all right, we about to get married, and they ended up having a kid. That's the only one knocked to me.
I think there's a difference. I think there's a difference.
Publicly.
Yeah, publicly. But if we're gonna be comparing her to Lori Harvey, like Lori Harvey she been doing her thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look, I think there's a different Megan that we forgot, and that's Megan.
Oh, what you say?
Yeah, you muted my
Oh, my bad. I think there's another Megan we may be forgetting about. That's Megan Good, where she went from the pastor to Jonathan Majors. So I think just certain type of women is going to be able to rebound like that. But this woman was talking like every woman has a chance on doing it, and that's definitely not the case.
We're literally describing women that almost all men would want.
Megan Good got a long history.
And even with Megan, still technically her particular situation, somebody would see that as her going like this only because her man's trajectory was going that way because of the case that he was losing everything, before that particular situation. So
yeah, but Jonathan Majors still had a chance of bouncing back.
Yeah,
he wasn't doing no jail time or nothing like that. Right. It was just an inconvenience, pretty much for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would agree agree with Monts. So I think almost any woman can bounce back with something better. The thing here is they can't. When they do get that something better, they tend to mess it up. They're not mentally equipped yet to take care or interact with that quality thing that came into their life. I think Rihanna, or the lady, she left a billionaire that I guess she like. I'm assuming she like black guys. So who's the rapper that she's with, that she's married?
A$AP Rocky.
A$AP Rocky, and it's still lasting. So she have the capacity mentally to be able to keep that stable. So most women, when they do find something better, they're not able to handle it. And so thus, that's how come everything just break apart, and then they have another divorce happening. So if they could straighten up their mindset, when they do bounce back, they'll be able to properly handle or properly interact or properly know how to please or interact with that man who got more, who's very successful or whatever. So I think anyone could do it. Any woman could do it. It's just their mental state of mind sometimes be too low for the guy.
Now you're doing too much, and I think at Turb.
You're on mute again, Hank.
God, what the fuck is going on? I think that turban's too tight on your head now, and I think you should loosen it up, because any woman can't move and operate like that. They're not going to get that goddamn lucky where they can go from one good man to the. That's not more likely. The average woman's not going to be able to do that. They'd be lucky to get one good one, let alone get another one, a second one. Yeah,
we talking about.
They come around.
Normally go for average woman. Now the above average women, they got a chance.
They could at least get
but the average woman, they don't. I don't think so.
But so what normally happens, though, if we can be honest about it, what normally happens is each guy is a lower tier than the last. Normally they don't go up as time goes on. So that's the deal. It's best to hit your peak and stay there.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying if they fix their mindset, something might come. It could be like, oh snap, dang, this don't look good. Now it could be. Let's just say it could be me. Now,
their mindset isn't why they can't get a better nigga. It's the fact that they're older and they're aging and depreciating commodity. There's not very many cars that appreciate with age. There's not very many women that appreciate with age. We can count them on like one hand. Angela Bassett, Nia Long, all of them chicks.
I mean, but
We're not talking about women in that category, though.
If we're talking about the Joan who just filed for the divorce, I mean, she ain't ugly though. If like
it's not
she's
about
a
them being
30-year-old
I would
mother of
date her.
two. She has the same imperative the rest of these average
Yeah,
women
that's
have.
what. Yeah,
Time
so
is not on her side.
Yeah, so I'm referring to her. Like, first, I want to see mindset, state of mind, how you interact, and that will tell me if I'm staying, if I'm leaving.
But brother, that's usually the problem though, is what they're pointing out.
Yeah,
It's not necessarily about it. Yeah, looks is
So that's
involved
what.
in that a little bit, but
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that she could have a chance for somebody else, but if his state of mind is messed up, it won't last.
No one is saying that
that's
she
what,
doesn't have a chance. We're saying that her chances are very, very slim.
Right.
And especially to get somebody just as good, if not better, than a previous man. Yeah, that's not. She's got 2 kids. Right there already is going to depreciate her. A man who may be a better man may not be a man who believes in having his woman all on social media doing this dumb kitty shit. He may not be going for that shit. But you saying, no, dog, I don't think it's going to be the case. He may be just the opposite of her previous husband. But we ain't doing that shit no more. I know you have fun. If you want to be on social media, how about you do something more serious, more adult like shit? You know what I'm saying? Something different instead of this kitty shit. He may not be going for that.
Look at the average women we all know. The majority of these average women that have children, the dude they get with after their son's father, their kid's father, it's rare that he's better than the guy they had children with. It's rare. The problem is what's more likely to be the case is he's safer. So he's okay raising somebody else's kids. Like DJ said, playing with somebody else save game. That's fucking hilarious. But he's okay with that. So women their standards don't go up after they have children once they're at a certain age. And then when they are going up, it's just because they feel like they're entitled to better because they're being fucked by better. They're getting these better men to fuck them, but none of these better men who are fucking them are committing to them. No one's choosing them long term. They're choosing them for a night, a weekend, a hotel balcony, this trip. I got a party and I want 20 bitches on the plane with me. They're choosing them for those things. They're not choosing them to invest in, to build with, to love, to mentor, to guide, to lead outside of, lead them outside their clothes. That's the difference. She has the chance to find somebody better. It's a very slim chance, but because she's younger and more attractive and has more notoriety, her very low chance is not as low as some other these other hyena bitches, right? No issue there. What we're simply saying is that the odds of her doing better than the man she is leaving for something that you yourself said is very, very normal, even though it's really not normal, it's common, she would be better served to try to reinvest all this new energy going back and fixing what's wrong with the nigga she has kids with, because nobody's going to love her or accept those children the way that their father will.
Yeah, I believe that.
You know why?
You're right about that. I agree with that.
You know why I think Kristy might be different here? Like, she was with Desmond for since he was 14. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of these other women, they have a specific type, and I think that's why they don't end up being happy and finding love. I don't know if Kristy's type is like those other, like these other women. Like, I don't know if she's trying to find her a 6'5" partisan, or like trying to find her a Tory Lanez. Like, I think she, like, Desmond looked like he used to be just a nice, softer guy. Like, I think she might like normal guys. I don't think you might have to be a certain type of way to be with her, possibly. I don't know. But just, it seems like she just like, guys like Desmond, I think Desmond is one of those guys that just so happen to be good looking, but a lot of people probably didn't even notice it until he started,
Mark, do you think that Desmond will have a harder time finding a partner who has more value and commensurate to their primary agency, or that she will? And just remember, to be clear for the rest of the panel and the hyena bitches in the chat, her number one agency is her beauty. His number one agency is his ability to provide. So do you think that it'll be harder for him to find a bitch better than Kristy, or her to find a dude who's better for him or better than him with money and all that protection provision shit?
I think it'll be easier for Desmond, but I just want to clarify. I don't think it'll be hard for Kristy because
No, it doesn't have to be. That's not what I asked you. Okay. We know it's not going to be hard. You know how many niggas want to fuck Kristy? She got 9 million followers. I would say 8 million of them do, because the other million is probably gay.
Not even
But
just fuck her,
it's
but
not
we
gonna
know
be
she pretty.
hard. But which
Yeah.
one is more? Who's going to have the
Yeah.
easiest chance to do better?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's Desmond.
Okay.
I just wanted to clarify my position that I think she probably only got one body. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's what
probably,
I'm saying.
yeah,
There's
it's
only
probably her
one.
one body.
That's
It's
what
probably
I'm saying.
I
Desmond.
Because
mean,
they was together
I'll
when they
take
was
it.
14. Unless she
I'll
started
take it.
fucking when she was 12 or something. Like, I can't
Yeah,
argue with that. It seems like it's more probable that she was, given when they got together.
we understand. You'll take any goddamn thing. I understand.
No, he'd take
Yeah.
anything and watch.
Yeah.
Come on.
Like, hey, Nye, would you watch your wife lose her virginity to somebody else?
I mean, these are some awkward questions. The thing is, I'm gonna be clueless. No, I don't want to see anything. I don't want to know anything. I don't want to see anything. If I see it, it's different.
You switched now. You said you preferred not to earlier.
No, I never said that before.
No, you said you would prefer not to. Not that you
Yeah, I
wouldn't.
prefer not to, which means I don't want to see it. I prefer not to see it.
No.
So I don't want to see it.
Preferring something and not wanting something are two different things. That's not
You
the same
switch your
thing.
words up, brother.
Okay, then I don't want I prefer.
Like, I would prefer my wife doesn't get fat, but if she gets fat, doesn't mean I'm not going to want her.
No, Willie, you know,
But I prefer she doesn't though.
Willie, he Mario Wine.
Interesting. Interesting, but that's to me.
No, he's not
Interesting.
Mario Winan because Mario Winan didn't want to know. He don't care if he know, and he said that he preferred not to watch.
Yeah, I prefer not to watch. I don't want to watch. Like I don't want to see it. But if I see it, I see it.
Hey, listen, as somebody who has seen someone that he was involved with, in a precarious situation, I will tell you that. Trust me, it's not a preference, nigga. I do not want to see that. That is not something that I ever want to see.
Damn.
Like, so, Mark, listen, you 27, bro, so I understand, right? I was young too when it happened to me, but I'll tell you this: that preference shit is out the window. You do not want to see that. Like, hard no.
All right. You probably never heard the story, but it's on one of the episodes. Give it a
we're not
great
telling
visual.
it again.
It's on 3 of the episodes, actually.
Is it? Damn. All right. But I want to address what the girl was saying in the video, because I was thinking about my life. This specifically for me. I'm not saying this for all men, but for me specifically, I did have to kind of lose everything to think about cheating and try and reform how I operated within a relationship. And I talked about being like a habitual cheater and then losing. And like the time that she actually left, I was like, I was going to stop for real, but it didn't happen. And then I was like, you know what, moving forward, I'm going to readjust how I interact with relationships. I took like a year off and tried to heal and worked on my being upfront and honest and understanding like how to how not to be on some scumbag shit pretty much. Aim at the hands of a loss. So I'm not saying anybody else has to go through that, but for me, that's how that shit worked.
But White, the difference is she said that you had to lose everything that you care about, not just the woman. She specifically said not just the relationship, but like career, kids, like, type of stuff.
Freedom.
Yeah, I didn't lose no kids and none of that shit.
Like she said, she wanted him you had to lose your freedom. That's how you can tell the woman. That's how when women have these like outlandish takes on things, you can tell when it applies to them, because any woman who thinks a man should lose his freedom or like lose everything because has been cheated on before, and probably with someone that she feels is beneath her, because there's other than that, like she's not going to be upset. If you get cheated on by a bitch that's better than you, and women know when women are better than them, especially for their nigga, they're not going to be mad. They're going to be more upset that the man did it, mad that he found access to her. That girl got cheated on by a bitch that worked at McDonald's. Like, it's because you can't, it's not logical to think that makes sense. And then to say it out loud, so loud and proud, like it doesn't make, you know what I'm saying? And niggas do lose everything. Like everything that matters to us, we lose our time, we lose our last name, we lose our kids the majority of the time. We lose a bunch of shit that we've earned. We lose a lot of stuff that we built. So to everything that matters to most men, we lose. The only thing that we just don't lose is based on our gender preferences or our gender imperatives, which it's easier for us to snap back and find love again than it will be for a woman.
All right, I'm gonna ask you this, Willie. What do you think it would take to make 100% men in the world faithful and never cheat ever again?
As an possible.
Outlaw monogamy. That's the
all the men. Just now
that's the only way it'll happen.
Oh, niggas going to go to jail.
Yeah, I'm going to go to jail.
I'm going to jail. What'd you say? Death penalty? Then?
Yeah, you could never make it, even with the death penalty. Not trying to be funny, but in some countries, it's gay to be it's the death penalty to be gay. Niggas started sucking dick in them countries, and they can get the death penalty. Like the death penalty ain't stopping shit for real. Like if you gotta think about it, laws don't stop a lot of shit in this country. So you think that they make a law saying, hey, it's illegal to do fraud, all this other bullshit. Niggas are still committing fraud every day. So they say, hey, it's illegal to go get some outside pussy. You think niggas still not gonna do it? Like the law don't stop shit.
Somebody said the Death Note.
Death Note.
Oh, no, watch anime.
That's
crazy.
funny.
That's crazy.
Hey, imagine your girlfriend having your phone in her hand and then the Death Note notebook in the other. Nigga, you know it's up.
I think it depends on the severity of the consequence. That's what I think it depends on.
The consequences are pretty severe now. You're gonna lose you're gonna lose half your shit. That's a severe, but see, it's only a severe consequence to the niggas that have stuff. A lot of niggas don't have anything. The worst thing that's gonna happen to the average nigga when he gets divorced is he gonna lose whatever money they got saved. But seeing as the majority of people, 80% of people who make over 100 grand still live check to check. So there's probably nothing in that savings account. So the worst thing that he's gonna lose is his kids. Like that's the severity of the consequences. They're severe as fuck for men. So I don't think that it's a whole lot that most men have to worry about because they don't have any substantial thing to lose outside of access to their children.
Yeah, I think right now it's a lot, so many consequences right now for the things that we do and we still do them. There's consequences for having unprotected sex. You're playing Russian roulette, right? There's consequences for selling drugs and murdering somebody, and everybody still they just end up in jail. You're gonna break the rules and you're gonna end up in jail. It is what it is. You're gonna get the death penalty. All that.
Then they go back to jail.
Then they go back to jail again.
Imagine your third strike being for cheating. Hey, what you in here for? Shit, fucking other bitches.
Yeah, but he can't be on no dumb
To that lady, it can.
See,
she probably want niggas castrated and get the scarlet letter tattooed on their forehead. Like she want to have them walk around with a big green man whore or a cheater on their forehead because she's been cheated on probably in every relationship.
I mean,
remember, Willis, she said she just talked to one man and she came.
Anytime
to that,
once she said one of her guy friends, I stopped listening because a woman who has men friends, she's a user. So I don't take anything she says after that.
But y'all validated everything she said, though.
What? No.
I
asked, what would it take for all men to stop cheating?
There's nothing they can do. Nothing.
That's what she said, though.
No, she said they would have to lose everything. I said, I gave you an option. I said outlaw monogamy. Make it to where that every man is expected once he hits a certain level, because you don't want broke niggas having multiple bitches because then they have a bunch of kids and that's section, that fucks up the economy. But if a man reaches a certain levels of certain means and is desirable by the majority of women, they expect if we remove the expectation of those men to only be with one woman, then that would stop it. And it's a super strong argument to make for that because girls were they girls and it's sisterhood, all of this shit until it comes time to finding a husband. Because any woman with sense knows that there are way more women looking for the type of man than there are the type of man they're looking for. So for women to say that they don't want to share, it means they don't give a fuck if their sisters go without having a husband.
And what you asked a very different question than what she was saying. She was saying that all men are going once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't agree with that at all. I think what she said was stupid. I think it was stupid, but I think it needed to be stupid to go viral. What you about to say?
I don't think that's what she said. I think she was saying she talked to a guy friend and he told her that all men will cheat. And the only thing that will stop men is if they lose everything. And she was like, and it can't just happen to somebody they know or they can't see it or they can't lose a couple things. It has to happen to them specifically and they got to lose everything. So my question was, what would it take for all men to stop cheating? And y'all was like, shit, nothing. It's impossible.
That's the thing. She said all men are going to cheat, right? So to just defeat her question, all we got to do is say, all right, well, what if we can get some men to not cheat? And then it's like, all right, cool. Now what she said is stupid. It's wrong. Versus you saying how do we get all men to not cheat? That's crazy. That's like saying how do we get all
it's like a hive mind.
All right, what percentage of men globally do y'all think we can get to never cheat ever in their entire life?
80%, because most niggas can't cheat. You know how many niggas are trying to cheat on their wife right now? but getting ignored by bitches on Instagram, like
It's only
DMs
like
going
28.
unanswered. Like the majority of niggas don't
No,
have the emotion to shit in the first place.
That's absolutely
The
right.
last time I
In
looked
this-
it up,
in this
the percentage of men
scenario-
that cheat is about 28%.
In this scenario, all these men have
Yeah.
the ability to cheat. They got women that want them. Now what's
Nothing
the
is going to
percentage?
stop it. It's natural for them then. If everybody can do it, some people are going to do it.
Yeah,
Why
so-
would, so you
yeah.
say a majority of men would if they had the
No,
ability?
I'm
to
not
cheat?
saying the majority of men. I'm saying
No.
that you will never be able to eradicate cheating when it's a viable option for a large group of people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can you give me a
that's-
number? Out of 100% of men, all men in this hypothetical scenario can get a woman, right? If
Mhm.
they can cheat. Out of that number, how many men do you think you can get to remain monogamous and faithful for the rest of their life?
49%.
Oh no, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a really high percentage.
Well,
No,
shit,
'cause
it's
even
already
if everybody can,
it's already
still gonna
like
be,
at
it's gonna be varying degrees of ease for those men to do it. It's still going to be a scale. So even if all men can do it, right? There's going to be the top 1% that can do it. Snap of a finger. It's
Yeah,
going to be the middle.
hypergamy is just
then,
going to shift.
they got to talk to some. They got to put some time in, go on dates and shit, right? Then it's the bottom ones. These niggas probably still got to pay for the extra bitch, so they got to save money. So those are the guys going to be like, you know what, man? I know I make good money, but I probably need to sit this one out because this ain't for me. So those are the guys who are going to be faithful. And then you also got to think too, it's some men who just don't like having hoes. Like you've seen me go on record saying, I think that women in large groups are the most annoying fucking thing on earth. I will never have several bitches because of that one part alone. So I don't think it's going to be that difficult to say that 49% would want to just be with one woman.
But I think it's already higher than that. It's close to like 70% of men that are already not cheating, and
Right.
I think
a
that's
good
forced
portion of
though,
that.
Trev.
But Trev,
Well, yeah,
that's
it
forced.
is. It is forced, of
but
course.
Willie already said that that's largely because they can't, right?
But the only reason I say that because he asked the question, what all men, right? So now if we want to categorize it and exclude some, then that's something different. We could do that too, though. Like if you're talking about the men who have the opportunity to continue to cheat, I just say good luck. Good luck. Like unless you stop the women from giving them access, then they're probably gonna do it.
But I mean, we like I was saying before, hypergamy is just going to shift. So just what if all men now have the access to do it? We got to look at who the ladies are choosing and what their barriers to entry are. Their barriers to entry are only going to get higher, so that just shifts the folks that may be less desirable, but they have the opportunity financially. Now they're going to shift down. It's unless you just have twice as many women as you do men.
Yeah, I think only that's the case because when you're thinking about it, there already is way less, and there hasn't been a shift. So there's been less men available as far as what the women are attracted to, and women's standards have simultaneously went up. So you would have to have a serious correction, like some sort of a natural disaster or dire need for men before like some type of apocalyptic event before women would change.
Hey,
I
so
would
it would have to
say-
be a supply and demand thing if you think about it. To Trev's point, it would have to be something like where there's 7 billion men and 1 billion women. That's probably the closest thing you could do to get niggas not to cheat, because then now niggas know they can get replaced. They understand like the supply and demand isn't there. So like I can't just be out here fucking with multiple bitches, even though I'm a 1% guy, because we outnumber women 7-1. So for every woman, it's 6 other niggas looking for my girl. You would have to put that type of like urgency on it, and that's just not. It's gonna take an act of Congress or nature, like an extinction level event, for that to happen.
Hey, I did one last clip I wanted to add to this real quickly. Let me see if we got any super chats. J Speed, $2. M White, that look. What look you going for the Dilla? Brother, also remember $3 super sticker. All right, here we go.
Navigate this here world. So what happened with this Kristy Scott and this Desmond Scott is they are not compatible. I told y'all already. For one, he is too feminine. And y'all, and this what I need y'all ladies to understand. Y'all don't have discernment when it comes to men. Listen to what I'm telling you. Because here y'all, well, his content with the men, with his cooking was totally different. He was he's more masculine. He's more this and that. You know why he's more masculine in their content? Because he tired of us saying he sound gay. That's why he putting on. That's not him. When he talk with a little twang and he deep in his voice, that's not him. That because let me tell you what I'm listen to me. A heterosexual man, it is impossible for a heterosexual man to that's impossible. If a heterosexual man do that, that's who he is. If a man do that, that's who he is. That's who he is. You can't fake that. When you not that, you will never hear me under no circumstances do no scream at the octave that he do a scream at, unless I'm emulating. How I just emulated him, and I still ain't hit the note of where he be at. That's him. When you see him, yeah. So this right here. So we're gonna add a little bit of this. We're gonna add a little bit of that. Yeah, we're gonna cook this on up. Oh yeah, let's let this sit. I've never watched one of his cooking videos, but I know what y'all talking about because I seen the coke float and his voice was deeper. It was more, calm, cool, calm. He didn't have like the normal him. The inside, what he want to be is, yes, girlies, got us some vanilla ice cream. You know how I go. And guess what? So what I'm about to do, okay, I'm about to give me and the boys, we're finna have a coke float. Woo! Clock it. That's what he really want to do, but he tired of hearing us, men and women, say that he giving rainbow. He's sick and tired of it. So he goes and he calmed down and he deepened his voice and he changed his rhythm and his cadence. Because listen, it's times like there's gay men who are public figures. And it's times that you can watch them, hear them. And because I seen one guy, he's a blogger. It's times that he talk in a deep voice and like masculine. And then it's times I'll see a clip and he very feminine. So you got to understand that just because a man could have femininity don't mean he can't also be masculine. Like he masculine and feminine. It just, the question is, which one is he most comfortable being? If nobody had an opinion, if nobody judged him, what would he comfortably do? And I'm here to tell you that if a man will scream and act the way he be acting, like a GBF, which stands for gay best friend, for those of y'all who don't know, y'all taught me that, that's what he comfortable being. Because we don't, as heterosexual masculine men, we don't do things like that we not comfortable with. We don't do things like that. So that don't mean that he gay. That don't mean that he gay. That's what he comfortable. For him to be able to do that, he able to go there. So guess what? Her, Kristy, this is why they not looks compatible. She play too much. She have too much going on. She don't need a passive aggressive man. Somebody talking about it look like he be yelling at her off the camera. Hush. You cannot read men. That man do not yell at her. That man pitch a fit. Fine, Kristy, have it your way. Jeez. Oh my goodness. That man do not dominate that woman. That's why she filed for the divorce. She got more strength than him. Because he talking about, he told her he wanted to separate. File for divorce then, boy. What you mean you want to separate? Go file for divorce. You see who had to put the pants on to go down there to the courthouse? She did. It's like, if you want a divorce, then divorce. How you gonna tell her you want a divorce and then sit down? And she say, no, I don't think we should. We can't do that. And so you, fine then. I'm just going to cheat. Jeez. Listen to me. A man who is a man who masculine, if he want a divorce, papers.
Man, I thought that was Eric Sermon. What the
Projection.
fuck was the point of that? Like, so he beat the women to calling this nigga gay, like, and saying he's sassy now. Like that's what we doing. I thought we was leaving that to, like, you know what I'm saying, hyena bitches and shit in 2025. Like, I would have never thought that a man would do that to him.
Yeah, that's I don't recall men definitively making a statement like that about another man without. I mean, you really just you don't do that on speculation.
Wishful thinking.
You let it come out and it is what it is. But that to me, it could have been. Well, I just saw some contradiction. He literally said you can't read a man, and then proceeded to reading the man and say he don't get mad at her. What he actually does is pitch a fit. Well, you are giving an inclination of reading that man right there. So I think that was just basically for entertainment purposes for his particular audience, which we know what that is.
See, I would say, when I seen her playing around and doing all that, I have somebody who do that here where they play a lot of hugs and everything. It's cute. I like it. I don't
You
see a
talking about one of
reason
your
why.
chicks?
Huh?
You talking about one of your chicks?
Yeah, the one who lived with me. I don't see a reason why that would be a problem. Like she a go getter. She's about her money. I like seeing her have her fun. Like those little weird doll thing that's cute to me. That's very cute. I said, oh, okay, look at you. You're out here a hustler. You're a true hustle woman. I like that. I respect that about you. There's nothing else to it. So that's why I'm like, so it can be true. Maybe he is gay. I don't know. Maybe he is, but I can't be annoyed about something like that. That's to me. That's something that's very cute. I like seeing a situation like that. In fact, I will even join with her with some of them, not all of them, but with some. I'm not gonna say put her in the doghouse and do no. Be creative. You do the whole house. Do your free, complete thing. If I'm working, go ahead. If you want to do your video, do it. I'm gonna support you because I'd rather you do something than just stand out and do nothing. And
You was about to say because I love
that
you.
I admire.
You was about to say because I love you.
No, not love. Yeah, no.
That's what
no,
you
no,
was
no,
about to say.
no, no, not
Wait,
that. But
we got to get back to that. Hold up.
You had to catch yourself.
You want to say it, but he said he been burned.
No love,
Naya, you said you have been tainted. How do you get tainted if you're not emotionally invested?
Wait,
Been
what's
there.
that?
How do you get tainted if you're not emotionally invested?
When I was younger, I was emotionally invested, but I'm saying now I'm not because I'm
Younger?
tainted.
No, you
Yes.
27. How much younger you get?
Nigga, yeah, you 27 years old. What you talking? You was 16?
I need to adapt and learn I need to adapt and learn quickly. So I need to make adjustment in my life because I'm not trying to turn 30 and keep making the same mistakes. So I need to observe, I wise, I see, be true. Okay, cool. I know how a human being act, and I adjust my life. And nowadays, key thing, don't be attached. Just look at things how it is. That's it. I just observe it how
since
it is.
you continue to want to be interviewed and interrogated, it's obvious that's what this is.
No, I don't want to be.
I think so.
I just have my opinion on the.
Go ahead, Hank. Go ahead.
I got it. So you got a woman living with you, but you have no love or feelings for it at all. She's living with you, dog.
I mean, I got care for her. She's here, but when it comes to attachment, like the attachment thing, no, I don't have none of that. But like, I like seeing her.
So a
do
woman
well.
living with you have no
food.
attachment to, none. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like if she calls chaos, you want to go. I'll just hit up somebody else. Go see them or they come over. Maybe hit up my other joint that I'm talking to.
I don't believe you though, right?
I know you don't believe it, but I'm telling you that
because I think let me tell you why. Because you seem like the type that will fold up in a fetal position and with your thumb in your mouth and crying because she left your ass.
Incorrect. No, I'm actually nowhere near like I could even call one. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I'm like she look, do your thing. I'm serious. I'm not gonna hesitate. In fact, I keep telling them. The door is on lock. I'm not holding you by the chain. There's nothing. I'm not putting no chain around you. If you want to leave, there's the exit. In fact, do you want me to help you?
You hitting them with that reverse psychology, I see, huh?
No, I'm being honest. This is me. This
I know
is
it's right.
me. And
You know what? I can't even fault. You know what's going on. My man said whatever happened was so detrimental that he basically ain't got no feelings no more.
yeah, yeah. There's no attachment to it,
So
cause and also
when did
plus
this
if
happen? In
you
middle school now?
I just see various different things throughout life, throughout my and my life. All right. I just seen various different things throughout life.
Well, look at the feeling you see. You see that? I'm leaving. Okay. You look like he was hurt when she said that. You look
No, she
hurt.
just no.
You
She
said
just
you said you're not
She just
holding
left
by a
when you
chain,
said
Naya.
that.
she came to give me the key.
Yeah, I know you look hurt when she said she's leaving.
That's my sister.
Come on, Hick. Come on, man. Come
I
on.
got a girl and I got my sister here. That's my sister.
Okay, we're gonna let that
Oh
slide.
man, y'all splitting rent 3 ways. Boy, I envy you. Shit.
Well, no, I'm paying all the rent here actually.
Why?
Talk that talk.
They work for me and I pay the rent here.
What they do for you?
So
They
they
clean
can't.
the house
So
up?
she can't cheat on you.
Yeah, because her fidelity
She
is
can't.
tied
I
to her
don't stop
livelihood
them. No,
financially.
this is no. Hold on, wait. That's the thing. They can't. Like she can't. I'm not holding nobody hostage.
I
You
mean,
holding
listen,
yourself
That's
hostage
why you got
if
them
you
goddamn
allow
keys.
somebody
Stop
to.
lying. You got them keys for a reason. You hold them hostage.
do you have? Let me ask you a
She
question. Does she have
volunteered to
her
give me
own?
the
Does she
key.
hold her own passport, or do you hold it?
No, she got her own stuff, her own government paperwork and everything. That's too much headache on my end.
They all bad.
I mean, to my liking, they're bad. I like slim women.
Wait, what are you saying?
Show us the picture.
Nothing.
Don't get
Come
into
on.
that. Don't get
No,
into
No,
that.
I ain't put it there.
Don't get into that.
no.
Yeah, I ain't
You
put that on
good. You
nobody's
good, man. You
phone.
good. You doing your
I ain't
thing,
doing
man.
none
You
of
got
that.
4 of them. You
But
good.
I ain't doing none of that. But I mean, I'm just saying the type of woman I
Y'all
like.
wasn't
That's
here
it.
the other day on Sunday. He said he liked them poverty women. So they all poor,
Oh,
malnourished
I
women.
wasn't here for that one.
Yeah.
Wait,
He said he liked them
Yes, he
malnourished
was.
women.
He was here for that. Listen,
Wait,
Nah,
so
not at
how
all.
many?
Not at
How
No,
all.
many? You say
he said
you have?
Sunday. I
You
wasn't
got
here
a?
Sunday.
You got a flock? You got a few women? You saying?
you
I
got
mean, yeah, I
4.
talk to different women. Yeah, about 4 of them I talk to.
What?
One is
What?
Talk to,
Latina
but
though.
how many? How many? None of them are your girlfriend, though, right? Just up to one.
No, none. Beside the one that's here, but not even my girlfriend either. But yeah, I have like one Latina and 3 black women.
That's
Okay.
interesting because you say like not my girl, but she live with me. But nah, ain't my girl.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not really attached.
listen.
Stop
So
it.
since you're not
Nah, come
attached,
on,
right? So
man.
if she came in there and she brought Hink and you walked in the bedroom and Hink is blowing her back out, what you gonna do?
Oh, that's the thing.
Really,
The
why
rule
use
here
me
is
as
if
an
you,
example? I'm a married
yeah, the
man.
rule.
Come on, brother.
I mean, look at
My
Hank.
bad.
Hank is a handsome looking
Hey,
brother, but no,
Fresh, are you
no, but
married, bro?
no.
I'm not
This
married.
is
So yeah,
this is the
Fresh in
rule.
there talk. He dropping off, but real, he just hitting her with that. I'm a
Know,
bodybuilder and shit. What you gonna do?
that this is the rule right here. You can't bring no man here. If you want to do your thing, take it outside.
Because you got feelings.
Yeah,
Now just
would it
starting
hurt
to
No,
come
you?
no.
out.
I
Come
said
on,
if
man.
you
Come
want
on,
to do
man.
your thing, take it outside.
Why can't
Why
men
she
be
got to take it
accepting?
Why?
outside?
Why?
Because remember what I said. I don't want to know anything. Like I prefer
And
not to
why
know.
don't
That
you
was the
want to
thing.
know? And why don't you want to know?
I
Why
don't
don't I want to
wanna
know?
know
Because
if
it's
you
not.
playing
It's
me.
not my
Keep
business.
it on the low.
It's a lot of things you have to do.
Cause my heart can't take it
It's not my
anymore.
business.
But now you,
JR, you got to find that song, man. You got to find that song, man.
What you doing for private time is not my business.
but Naya, her
Because it's not my business.
It's
My
not my
man
Naya,
had,
business.
hey,
Yo.
if it's her
Bro,
late,
whatever.
you know how the
What?
PlayStation used to load? You know how
What?
the PlayStation
I'm
used to
still
load up
confused
before
here.
you could
What,
play
this
the game?
mindset is different.
Bro,
Naya,
whatever your
This
woman
mindset is
does,
different
if
or
she's
something.
under your protection and provision, whatever she does with her pussy is 100% your
Your
business.
business.
nah,
1 billion
Naya,
percent.
I
we
think
letting
he
him talk
operate
out.
by
I
different
got.
rules, man.
No.
Yeah.
He just
I get it.
deflected. That's all.
Thank you,
We letting Naya cop
No,
out.
Trayvon.
no,
I
you
operate
threw
on
it. Don't
different
throw him
rules.
no
I don't operate on
lifeline.
those rules.
Don't throw him no lifeline. It's not
No,
my
no,
business.
no.
It's not my business. Is
So,
not a real answer, to be honest with you. We
I
just kind
operate
of
on
letting it
different
slide.
rules. I don't operate on those rules. That's the thing.
but no, Naya, it's a lot of things that involve her that's probably not your business that you probably don't have a rule against, right? Like a
Like
lot
what?
of things. Like
And
you can't.
anything that's in the realm of controlling another human being, that ain't my place and that ain't my business to do. I do not want to do anything related to that because I call it there's too much effort that I'm putting in just to do
Yeah.
that.
Nah,
So
That's not
it's
controlling
up to
another human
them.
being. That's called boundaries.
Naya, is
Yeah,
she allowed to
well, I
bring?
mean,
Is she
huh?
allowed to bring her friends and are her friends allowed to visit?
Her friends are allowed to visit. She brought some girlfriends and other thing. If she brought maybe a guy. So look,
He
I told her respectfully. I said, look, this is out of respect between me and you. If you're doing your thing, just do it outside
No. But this is what I'm saying. Like, can she bring like her girlfriends in?
in a house.
Yeah,
I don't mind.
you don't mind, right? It's no rule
I don't
against that.
mind.
But you probably wouldn't bother them because you're like, yo, whatever they got going on, they doing girl stuff over there.
Man, y'all got me thinking I'm strict because I don't
I
even want my
guess.
wife to bring her friends home.
Yeah.
You work from the crib, bro. You work from the house.
No. No. What do you mean? Do I work from the house? Like, do I like a? No, I do contracting and handyman stuff. So like bathroom remodel. So I be outside most of the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I be outside most of the time. I don't be in the house. I got like doing a little bathroom job now. But to answer my question, I mean, yeah, I mean, she let me know. Look, do your thing. Because she could let me know, and not let me know. There's no cameras here. I don't put no cameras in the
Yeah.
house or outside.
Oh, so
So
somebody gonna rob y'all. So now, what if
so
somebody rob you and then you walk in and hurt y'all getting robbed and he fucking your girl? Then what?
come on now.
He gonna be hurt. He gonna be hurt if it's another man inside of his
no.
house.
No,
That's why you
I'm
got to
a
rule against it.
no. I'm not hurt about it. It's just I am territorial about my home. I don't want anybody to come to my home. If you want to do your
No.
if you want to do your dirt outside.
No,
Why is
you
it
don't want a
dirt?
man that's fucking her to come into your home because we've
No,
already
I know. I don't.
established
No, I
that.
don't want. I don't want no man
No,
coming to my home.
Naya,
What if it's her
we've
gay best
already
friend?
established
I
that.
don't even want him to come in my home.
We've already
None.
established that her friends can come inside of your house, right?
If it's girls, yeah, I'm gonna allow
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so
Because
you
I
have a
have
line with other men.
no, because I know that I could take full control over that scenario if anything goes bad. If when it comes to another dude coming into my territory, if anything go bad between them,
He might whoop you.
not what me, but something might happen where me or her, one of us might be dead. So
Okay.
to prevent that completely, I prefer no male figure into the house
Okay.
just to prevent it. Now, if I knew him from outside, me and him talked, they cool, blah blah, we shook hands, whatever, and me and him maybe was cool for maybe at least a couple of years. Sure, I will look past it. Yeah, what's up, bro? Hey, go ahead. If you're trying to come, come. But if it's
He
some
said, "Come on in,
random
knock her
dudes
down."
that's coming in, and then I have
God
stuff
damn.
around, to me is kind of like a red. It's a red flag. It's a cautious thing. I'm real cautious about that.
I
I
got a
don't. I
question
don't
for
even.
you, Nick.
I don't even have a lot of friends.
If
Because sometimes what I seen. Hold on, give me real quick.
And
What
I
I
never
seen
seen
is
somebody can ask these questions, but y'all.
yeah. What I seen is like these so-called friends because it happened to my cousins.
That's why y'all
Those
be
friends sometimes
interrogating.
get people around you to rob you as well. So I prefer to be real cautious. Even one time I live in a nicer neighborhood, I told my brother, bro, who was one of his friends, I told my brother, no disrespect, but can you let your friends stay outside? I don't, because I don't know what's gonna happen. So stay outside. Me and him could go in, but you got to stay in the car. You can't come in. So I'm
that's a
real
fair.
cautious about that.
I think bro got these bitches tied up in the basement.
No, that's a fair statement. Let me ask you this: if you wasn't able to work and you needed like your rent or your mortgage, and she some get her get
Let her
it.
go do your thing.
Okay, you okay? You okay for real?
Yeah, go do your thing. The rent got to get paid. What? We're working as a team here.
Hey,
I got no pride. I got no ego on this. You
He
better go
said,
do your
"Got
thing.
no pride. I
You
know
got to
that's
bring
right."
that check. I
God
don't have
damn.
no pride when it comes to that. We got to bring that check.
You
We
gonna
don't
let
want
him
to
turn
live
some tricks,
outside.
ain't you? I know that's
And
right. Let
plus,
him turn some goddamn tricks.
Maybe we got this all wrong.
And plus, I'm
Maybe
doing
we
a
got this
poor
all wrong.
job.
Bro, probably pimping.
And plus, I'm doing a poor job. You know, if I'm not able to pay the bill,
Stop
I'm
it.
doing a poor job. So if somebody better, fine. You know, praise God.
Now
He
you
said,
said
praise God. God damn. Oh, Pimp Lucius
Hey,
over
let me say
here.
this.
Magic Don Juan.
Oh yeah, I had this little clip, man. I think y'all might enjoy this one to play. This off topic though.
Dating these women, never be too eager for them to come over. Never be too eager, right? Don't be too desperate for her to automatically come over. You must vet this woman for at least a month until she can come over. But tell y'all the reason I'm saying this, right? So I met this woman when I lived in Dallas about, it was probably like 2018, 2019. And I had just got my apartment, you know, I'm still grooving and moving how I do. We met at this function, we exchanged numbers and we went on a couple dates and things of that nature. We got it popping in the backseat of this car, right? This car. I never told her where I live. I never told her what I did for work. I didn't tell her all the details. She just knew that I had my own everything, and that was it. She didn't know no location. She didn't know no job location. She didn't know no job description. She knew absolutely nothing. One night we kicking it, and out of all places, we at a park. You know what I'm saying, on my side of town, and she asked, "Hey, when you gonna invite me over? You know, we've been kicking it for a couple months. When are you gonna invite me over?" So I thought about it, I was like, I really don't be inviting people over like that, you know what I'm saying? It really take me a long ass time. This is what I'm saying in my head. So I told her, I said, hey, when I get from out of town, you know what I'm saying, because I was coming, visiting my brother. I said, when I get from out of town, you can come on over. So boom, fast forward about like 2 or 3 weeks later, I'm back in town, and I say, come on over. But something in my mind told me to wait outside and sit inside your car. So my car was parked right in front of my apartments. Like I could see my crib. I could see the walkway, the stairs up to my crib. I could see all of that. So I'm in the car directly just looking. And she texts me, I'm here. She parked in the visitor section. So I could see her walking. Boom. So she's walking past and it's a nigga with her. So I'm like, okay, well, let me see what they gonna do. So she walked up the stairs, to my apartment, and she's knocking on it. You know what I'm saying? The nigga, he got his back turned on the wall. So if I look out the peephole, I won't see him. So she started blowing my phone up. Oh, where are you at? She sending me messages, voice messages. She FaceTime me, all that. I'm in the car, phone face down. You know what I'm saying? I'm just peeping over to look at it, and it's her. Calling. So I never answer the phone. So they end up walking down the stairs and walking away. So the very next day, I called back. I said, hey, who was that nigga with you? Who was that? Click. She hung up. And she blocked me. I need answers. I said, hey, man, I'm about to hit up on Facebook. Who's Facebook friends? I think she forgot about that. I hit her up on Facebook, and she blocked me on that. I hit her up on Instagram. She blocked me on that. I hit her up on Snapchat. She blocked me on that. The very next day, a couple days later, actually, I went and bought a firearm. That incident right there made me buy a firearm. Just thinking about that makes me think, damn, what if I was eager? What if I was anxious? What if I was so horny, I just invited her over off the rip, off the jump, and I didn't think nothing of it. I could have got. I don't know what they was going to do. They could have ended my life. They could have robbed me. All types of stuff. So fellas, if you got your own place, first of all, get cameras. Get a Ring camera or something like that so you can know who coming. I didn't have a camera at the time, but I did get one a couple months after that as well. But never be too eager for the women to come over. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to go to a hotel, go to a hotel. Take some months before she come over because you never know. Vet the woman properly. Don't be so horny and don't be so eager.
Man, he should
Call
try
the
to get
cops,
that
boy.
body.
Yeah, I agree with this 100%. I normally try to get, when they ask for address, I give them like two blocks away address, never my house address ever. I'll do that.
Nah, but from he actually brings up a good perspective, man. I think a lot of men early on are told, like, don't be going over chicks' house, like, don't be going over their house. If you gonna have company, man, make them come to your house. But that's a circumstance, man. I don't think too many cats think about. That could happen.
That seemed like a dream circumstance to me. You don't get too often. You can use that. You can use your Glock. So, I said, come on in.
Rubbing his hands like Birdman.
Like he could have caught a free legal body and was just like, nah, let me go stalk the bitch that I just caught setting me up on all her social media so she can block me on 15 different things so I can get her to admit to what I fucking just saw.
I'd have said I was asleep. Come back today. Come back today. Come on.
I mean, shoot, I think you will see some signs if you start seeing a lot of craziness, or maybe those lashes. You should be real cautious. Don't get, unless you could bring them over, unless you're gonna pick them up and bring them over. Do that, but so they don't know where you live and just take them back. But
Oh
be
no, they still
real,
on text.
very, very cautious. With those lashes and how they talk. Once you hear those two, like what he said, give it time. Try to understand who they are first before you say,
How they
"Hey,
be
yeah,
talking,
come over."
Nayan?
Huh?
How they be talking?
What do you mean? Like arguing and whatnot, talking crazy?
The girls with the eyelashes, like how do they be talking so we know not to deal with them?
Nigga, just read the chat.
Yeah, they be talking about.
God damn it, Willie.
He wanted to see if Niall gonna do one of them on voiceovers.
My bad, bro. My bad. I fucked
Nah,
that up.
I
I'm
won't
sorry.
do the voiceover. No, not that. But they be aggressive about it. They're real aggressive. Talk about they
Well,
know
give us
people.
an example.
They be. I'm not gonna do no voiceover, but they be aggressive. Talking about they know people, they know niggas, and blah blah blah. So, oh boy, okay, this sound a little scary. This ain't my place.
Nah, not really. That's bullshit. I know females who did that or used to do that. They can sound like whatever. They know how to talk the talk. They know how to play you. I don't see that happen already. That you can't. You just have to be on your shit and be very meticulous about who you bringing back to your crib. Your best bet is neutral ground. Take them to the telly. You ain't got to worry about going over there. You know what I mean? And don't go in no bullshit joint. Going somewhere where they gotta walk past the door person, all that type shit. So you got some leeway. You just got to be strategic about how you move when you bring in these unfamiliar women. Plus, you should know about her background. You should know about her people. You should know all that shit. You can't
It's bad enough you got chicks sharing their location with 15 of their fucking girlfriends, and they only really friends with 3 of them bitches. And now all 15 of them hoes got your address. They come to your house. Y'all better take these women to fucking hotels and stop being cheap. Or if you can afford it, have a second spot that you can take them to somewhere like what he said. Like you got your house and you got your apartment.
the honeycomb.
Yeah, because you got to realize that it's the same way they say if you sleep with somebody, you slept with everybody you slept with. If you bring somebody to your house, everybody that got her locations at your house too. And they friends
Pretty
check,
much.
girl, look how big his house is. Or they can tell, like they see, how women are. And y'all gotta be real careful about playing with your safety and shit, man, because that's nuts. That's tough. And
it's the quality of women, man. Like who are you fucking around with, number one. But then number two, like I feel like everybody be knowing somebody that you might know. So she might know a dude that you ain't cool with, or a nigga that got a problem with you, and they might discuss something, and she might be on a deal with him or something like, oh yeah, I know Reese stay, blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like you just never know, bro. Anything can happen.
My baseline has always been, mess with people that, actually have some things to lose.
Right.
Yeah.
Those people are
Right.
going to be more than likely not to mess their shit up, so.
Is it that hard to not fuck with
Mess
a
with
chick who
hyenas?
gonna rob you?
I don't.
It depends. It depends. To the untrained eye, absolutely. Because they come in different forms. You wouldn't really know. They know how to dress. They know how to articulate themselves in a way to make you feel comfortable. And a lot of times, dudes be blinded by like Kitty, man. It is what it is. Once some they get a little sniff of that, it's over. Like they don't really. You got blinders on. That's a good portion of us.
we all got a homeboy that been blinded by a fat ass and some titties or a pretty face, and he just going for the dumb shit.
Right.
Like we done, imagine a nigga who go to the club and it's his first bad bitch he get. The first thing he want to do is take her to the room. And I'm trying to be funny, but if it's the nigga's first bad bitch, he probably don't have money. So you're not taking her to a hotel. He's taking her back to his house.
Yeah, and I have a trick.
Trying to impress and shit.
Yeah, and I have a trick on how to do it. When you first meet them, and man, when you bring them over, man, in a car. Yeah, I'm broke out here. My job just fired me. I got to pay my bills. You really broke? Yeah, I'm stressing out. Well, yeah, but I got a little something for you, though. But I'm definitely broke. I've been out of work for about 2-3 weeks now. My car note, they're about to take that car. Yeah, just keep lying. Keep adding all
Man,
the
you
brokenness.
trying to
You
dry
trying
that
to
pussy
dry the
up.
pussy up? What the hell,
Look,
bro?
look.
You're not gonna try to
So
smash
Harry
after all
Desert
that.
doing all of that.
What are we
I
doing?
mean, it works for me.
That
It
works
works,
for you?
Yeah, because they're so
That
petty, man.
bullshit.
No,
Trev,
I'm
you
dead
could never
serious.
do no
It
shit like
works for
that because
me.
a motherfucker hear you talk, they know you got money.
No. They think I got money. Say, man, I mean, you say you broke
No, I'm
too
not
much. I
talking
know
about
you
you.
got
I'm talking
money.
about
I
Trev.
say, no, I'm broke.
I
Tell
was
them.
talking about Trev. My bad, G.
No. But I'm broke. I'd be all okay. Even on this panel, how many times have I stated that I was broke? Many times.
Nah, yeah, a girl shouldn't fuck you just because the bad energy you putting out. You putting out broke energy. Like
Yeah, that
you
shit
run a
crazy.
nigga, you like, yeah, I
He
lost my
doing that
job.
on purpose. He know his target audience. He doing that
Yeah,
on
you heard him
purpose.
talking
I
like
He know what
wouldn't
he
want, why,
doing.
why would a woman want to fuck you when clearly everything in your life is going wrong?
Right.
Like you bad fucking luck at that point.
Yeah.
He
will absolutely repel
he's
women.
smart about it. He's smart about it. He's like, if I tell him I'm broke and they still take me, then I really ain't got to do much.
He might get some sympathy pussy and not get robbed. Like, no, don't come rob this nigga. He got a TV with a fucking antenna on top of it still.
Yeah, there you go.
He's a classic man.
With the wood paneling.
That playing broke shit only work like with your conversation got to match it, and then you got to really. It's almost like an undercover cop. You got to get.
You got to really dumb it down.
You got to really.
You got to really dumb it down.
Telling me I just got this gig. It's paying me a little something. So hopefully when I make that money, I'll be able to pay my bills. Yeah, I tell them all that. I'm
gonna tell my father used to tell me that women can smell when you got it, and he would tell me like, listen, when I go into the spot, they used to talk about me, be on me, talk to their friends about me. But at one particular point, I was down bad. I was still driving my same car, but I was trying to make it seem like, I was still all right. But the ladies that I messed with, they could tell I was down bad, even though I was playing. So to me, I don't think that, just like the fellas were saying, I don't think that playing broke works long enough, because if broke niggas ain't busy, at least they not busy working. If you busy working, they gonna start doing some math.
So what you gotta understand is this too, right? A lot of females, first thing they'll try to do is get you to go to the store. You hop in, if your glove compartment ain't locked, they in your they checking out your registration. It has your address. They Google Maps your shit already. So and there's a lot of places that you can look and just grab it from the plate. So they're gonna know where you live. And if they'll know just by your address how you live in, because you can see exactly what it looks like in that particular zip code, right? You can see the house. So you can see the cars that's in the driveway, depending on what time the Google shit drove by or whatever. So they can tell if you got money or not based on where you live. And they're like, okay, this is a spot I could hit or not. So even in just driving a chick around is enough damage right then and there.
I wish I might have a girl in my car, digging through my glove compartment and all that type of shit, man.
Bruh, the worst thing
she's not gonna tell you she doing that.
When she get in the car and then she take a picture and then move her head to the right or left so she can get the headrest logo. Like and then post it on her shit. Like, ma'am, get your ass out my car. That's almost as bad as a woman taking pictures of her fucking food. Like, tell me you ain't been nowhere before without telling me you ain't been nowhere before. Like, you in here like taking videos of the fucking table and then not leaving my food off like bitch, you came here by yourself.
Show the sponsor, goddamn. Show the sponsor.
No, listen, I'm gonna snatch your phone and be like, hey, I'm here too, goddamn it. Like, what are you doing?
You forgot the nigga that's paying for all this.
Yeah. If you look at these girls on these trips, they'll never show the nigga they had to fuck to get to where they going.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I agree with Naya. I would. The longer the lash, the more the caution.
Oh yeah, the longer the lash, the cheaper the ass. You right.
And then you might go bargain. Yeah, right now, my job fired me. Can I do $50?
Yeah.
Things you'll never be wrong with a woman about her lashes and a fucking septum piercing. You'll never go wrong.
Yeah, I ain't never heard that one before.
You'll never go wrong.
I've seen one, maybe two. I think I've seen two septum piercings that I agree with, and one of them had to admit that she is a reformed misandrist.
Right, but would you have tried to wife either one of the women with septum piercing?
No. I don't understand what it is when I don't get why they all do it.
Yes, because they hate men. They want to be bulls. Like they let niggas know up front, you gotta handle me. I'm a bucking bronco. I'm a bull. Like you gotta get 8 seconds right. That's what they telling the world.
It's a subconscious thing. Okay.
Yeah. I hate men. So what can I do to make sure men hate me? Get my septum pierced.
Man.
Wow. Let me get these super chats. Sir Shy 8731 $5 salute to JR. Been rocking with him more than that goofy that goes on 5150 show for clout. JR, you are a real one. Bear down. Ikene, $2. Naya's a smart guy. Safety first. That's good. Ikene again, $2. Don't go to a woman's house. You're gonna be deleted. Well, I thank everybody that's contributed, man. Y'all have yourself a wonderful evening. Do me a favor, hit that like button on your way out. Also, make sure you support everybody on the panel. Check out their IG handles, YouTube channels, all the good stuff, and see what they got going on and what they had to offer. Y'all be blessed. Check y'all out tomorrow.